Hi!
We're here!
We're here.
Yes.
Welcome. Welcome to Sidewalk Slam.
I like it when you pointed the sign.
Right.
Welcome.
We gotta do the Scott Hall.
I just want to do the long point. That's my favorite. While making eye contact with my opponent.
Like that, yeah. I like it when you point at the sign. Yeah. It's the beginning of the road to WrestleMania. It's the Royal Rumble 2018 episode of Sidewalk Slam, the show where we look at wrestling narratives, particularly WWE, and we try to look at the positive, which is sometimes harder than others, but not today.
Not today, no sir.
This is the Royal Rumble. It's my favorite pay-per-view of the year.
Yeah.
And this is basically why we started doing the show, because it was 2 years ago that it was like, we need to talk about the Royal Rumble. Okay. F it, let's do a podcast.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah. So, that's
actually how the podcast just started. We're just like, hey, Graham, you still like wrestling, right? Mm-hmm. You're like, yep. I was like, well, do you want to do a podcast? I was like, sure.
Hell yeah, let's talk about the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, let's do it.
And for the first time ever, a women's Royal Rumble match. Which just means my favorite match of the year. Now there's two of them.
They get two of them.
I'm so pumped.
And the women's Royal Rumble was awesome.
It was. It was actually great. This whole pay-per-view was a blast to watch.
It was so much fun.
So let's jump right in.
Well, I'll quickly.
First of all,
watch NXT TakeOver.
I always forget. I'm always so keen to get into talking about it.
Yeah.
The night before, of course, was NXT TakeOver Philadelphia, featuring a variety of terrific matches.
This is
culminating in apparently, I mean, I also watched it, but culminating in a match of the year contender.
Yeah.
Between Johnny Gargano.
It was the first WWE, for those that put stock in this kind of thing, but it was the first WWE match to get a 5-star rating from Dave Meltzer since 2011.
Yeah.
I think Cena, Punk at Money in the Bank was the last one.
That was a good match.
Yeah. This pay-per-view, the TakeOver pay-per-view, is the one that I will point people towards when they're like, oh, I just got into wrestling. Where do I start?
Oh, cool.
Go watch TakeOver Philadelphia from beginning to end. It's a very good show. It was very excellent.
It was, Adam Cole, right? It was Johnny Gargano versus Adam Cole.
No, Johnny Gargano versus Almas.
Almas, right. Yeah. Yes, of course it was Almas, yes.
Gargano Almas is the new Nakamura Zayn.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's the new
it wasn't very good.
Adam
Cole was also in the thing
against
Almas, but I got confused. That comes up later.
It was a good show.
I'd
like to go into it more, but we've got a lot to cover today.
Yeah. So. 2 Rumble matches. Those always take a while to get through.
Yeah.
So, live from the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and brought to you by KFC and Rocket League.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. The KFC sponsorship comes into play.
We'll come to it. We'll come to that, yeah. It's Royal Rumble 2018. What was the tagline for this one? I can't remember if there was one.
I don't think there was one, was there?
No, I guess not. Well, fair enough.
Yeah.
There was a pre-show.
I didn't watch the pre-show.
Neither did I, but I will tell you what happened. A 205 Live Cruiserweight Division 6-man tag match of Kalisto, Grand Metalik, and Lindsay Dorado?
Lindsay Dorado, yeah.
Versus TJP, Gentleman Jack Gallagher, and Drew Gulak.
Yep.
In a 6-man tag.
Poor Cruiserweight division.
I did see a great GIF from this of Jack Gallagher trying to do a thing where he sideways walks across the second rope so that he can do some sort of a flip. Yeah. And Drew Gulak is like, no, don't stop what you're doing. It's not going to work. And Gallagher's like, no, I got this. It's fine. And then he just and the guy rolls out of the way, just flops right in his face.
Dude, for what it's worth, Drew Gulak had this great gimmick. I don't know if he's still doing it, but he was declaring the Cruiserweight division a no-fly zone. He was the ground-based, so old-school technical. He was supposed to do a PowerPoint presentation on it at one of the pay-per-views, and it got canceled for whatever reason.
Yeah. I guess there is at least a small elephant in that particular room that we should talk about very briefly.
Yeah.
The Cruiserweight match at the Royal Rumble pre-show was supposed to be Enzo Amore defending the Cruiserweight Championship against Cedric Alexander.
Yeah.
It came up that Enzo Amore was being investigated for sexual assault allegations, so he was immediately suspended because that's what the WWE's policy is that
zero tolerance.
Yeah, they're not gonna fire someone for allegations, but they're gonna suspend someone if that happens. This happened to Adam Rose as well. Ended up.
I forgot about Adam Rose.
Yeah, but then it came to light that Enzo Amore had been being investigated since October. and hadn't told the WWE that he was being investigated by police since October. And they went, oh, well then F you, you're fired.
Yeah.
Because what a colossal idiot.
Yeah. How do you keep that hidden? That's what
I don't
wanna
know. Like even if we assume that allegedly is allegedly and that nothing did happen,
Yeah.
even if we are that charitable, what an idiot. He was a sitting
Since
champion. You know
October.
how long it's been since they had to fire a sitting champion?
I can't remember.
They must have been so mad.
Who was the last time that someone got fired when they were champion?
Alundra Blaze?
Holy shit.
Maybe, I think. It's
Really?
been a while.
It's been a long time.
Didn't Stasiak have a belt when he...
Meat? You mean?
Yeah, No, he had the ECW... There was something with ECW where he had...
I don't know, man. I miss these dark days.
It doesn't matter. The point
dark
is...
days of wrestling.
The point is, Enzo Amore is gone forever, and I'm curious to see what happens when Cass returns.
Right.
Yeah.
He's like probably going to be back after WrestleMania.
Who would have thought that out of Enzo and Cass with Carmella,
Yeah.
that here at the Royal Rumble in 2018, the biggest star would be Carmella?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right? It's just like, it's funny how wrestling works like that.
Yep. There was a tag match with The Revival versus Gallows and Anderson.
Yeah.
The Revival...
Gallows and Anderson had a face
won.
turn. They're with Finn Balor now.
Yes.
That's their thing.
Oh, sorry. Kalisto won the six-man tag. The Revival won the tag match. And then Bobby Roode issued an open challenge for his U.S. title, the SmackDown title. And
It was answered by...
Mojo Rawley.
And the crowd goes mild.
Yeah. And Roode
There was
performed the glorious DDT. And Mojo lost this match in Philadelphia. And then Gronk would do the same a couple weeks later.
Yeah. Yes. Did you see the picture that Jinder Mahal tweeted out? Holy moly. It is so funny.
After the Patriots lost the Super Bowl, Jinder Mahal tweeted a picture of
Like
Gronk
his face.
and saying you shouldn't have hindered the Jinder.
But Jinder's face was like, what's it when their pictures kind of faded out?
Yeah.
But Jinder's face was kind of faded out in the corner laughing.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was so good. It made me laugh.
Oh, man.
Shouldn't have hindered, man.
Shouldn't have hindered. So,
I guess the Gronk can be bonked then.
Yeah.
That's proving.
so our first match of the night is a 2-on-1 handicap match
Yeah.
for the WWE Championship.
Yes.
AJ Styles defending against Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn.
Yes.
Now, a handicap match is different from 2-on-1. A handicap match is basically two people are a tag team, so one of them has to stay in the corner and they can tag in and out versus just one person who doesn't get to catch their breath or anything.
Yeah.
Generally, that doesn't work for championship titles,
No.
but Owens and Zayn said it would count for whichever one of them got a pin. But they said prior to this match that
They would share the title.
they would share it and become co-champions.
Dude, they have been the best part of SmackDown. They've been so funny with like the yep movement.
Yep.
Yep. And then Sammy's been great as a heel. I think he's really starting to come into his own.
Yeah.
And like basically the catalyst for this match, I think I talked about it on the last episode too, was AJ Styles was basically like I can beat both of them like at the same time. And then Daniel Bryan was like, oh really? Well, it looks like at the Royal Rumble you're going to defend against both men. And I loved like the storyline of this match, the way I interpreted it. I don't know if that's what they meant to be doing, but like the match started off like your regular kind of two heels against a babyface.
Yeah.
And as AJ Styles showed more and more tenacity, the intensity from Sami Zayn and the desperation and intensity ramped up from Kevin and Sami. And usually are you one of those people that thinks that one person should never beat two? It seems kind of ridiculous. But again, it's wrestling and we're trying to tell a story.
Yeah.
So it's different. It's like a TV show.
Yeah.
It's TV, man.
Yeah.
I loved that arc and just like Sami and Kevin becoming more and more unglued and reckless as not coordinated, because in the beginning they had this game plan and they're enacting it and they're doing tags and stuff, and then as AJ starts to show a little bit more resiliency and they get more frustrated, that's when things get a little bit more hectic.
Yeah.
With like Sammy and Kevin bumping into each other and stuff like that. Like not a coordinated, well-oiled machine.
Yeah, because the lead up for this was that they were having basically individual matches, but they kept interfering.
Yeah.
And Styles was like, well, I may as well just fight both. Like, if I'm going to fight both of you at once, I may as well actually fight both of you at once.
Yeah.
And Shane's like, do you want that match? And AJ was, basically said, well, I don't think it's very fair.
Yeah, he's like, I shouldn't have said that.
He's like, I don't think it's fair, but sure, I'll beat him. Why not?
Yeah.
And then they had singles matches leading up to the Rumble where
they both pinned him, didn't they?
it was so it'd be Styles versus Owens one week and then Styles versus Zayn the next week, with the caveat that if the other person interfered, then both Zayn and Owens would be fired.
Oh, okay.
Styles managed to defeat Owens, but Sami Zayn beat him in their
Sami
singles
Zayn
match.
beat him. That's who it was. Yeah.
Sami Zayn beat AJ Styles.
Push him to the moon, Vince.
Singles match, yeah. So then that brings us to this match.
Yeah, dude, the best spot of the match was the monkey flip into the Hurricane Rana.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kevin Owens had AJ Styles in the corner and hit him with a monkey flip, and AJ came flipping out and caught Sammy in a Hurricane Rana. It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was so rad. AJ eventually gets the pin with a phenomenal forearm on Sammy.
Yes, but that is where the controversy arose, because Sammy is over AJ's shoulder, reaching for the corner, reaching for Owens in the corner, trying to make a tag.
Yeah.
And the ref looks away and doesn't see that. By the way, bad reffing. This is a storyline. I'm not actually criticizing the actual person, the ref. I mean,
he means
this was bad refereeing in storyline.
Official WWE rule.
He doesn't see that no tag is made.
Yeah.
So Sammy is the legal man. Owens jumps into the ring, interferes. AJ believes Owens is legal, rolls up Owens. The ref counts 1, 2, 3 and goes, all right, AJ won because he beat Owens, even though Sammy was the legal man. So technically it wasn't a legal end to the match, but the ref's like, nope, that's it, the match is over.
Yeah.
And so Owens and Zayn start yelling back and forth. They go backstage and they start yelling at Shane. And they're like, "Did you see that? This was a disgrace. It wasn't fair. It wasn't a real. That wasn't how the match should have ended.
Yeah.
We need to be able to go again. Did you see what happened? Did you see what happened?" And they're like, "Shane, did you see that?" And Shane just goes, "Yep, I saw it," and just leaves.
So it was like the perfect ending for letting AJ get the win. Sammy and Kevin still have a beef going forward with both, not only Shane but the WWE as a whole, kind of like the refereeing, and it goes with the referee angle that they've been playing with Sammy and Kevin throughout this whole kind of storyline. I mean, I'm kind of interested to see where it's going to go heading into WrestleMania. Like, what are they going to do? Like, are they going to do another match with Shane, or Shane and a partner, or anything like that? Like, I don't know.
Shane in a 2-on-1 match.
I guess Daniel Bryan could be
Daniel Bryan is the special guest referee. Yeah. I don't know. It'll be some sort of malarkey.
It'll be something like that, yeah.
Some sort of weird thing.
Who knows? I haven't watched any SmackDown after the Royal Rumble yet, but I'll probably do that.
Really entertaining match. So the whole show tonight is 2 Rumbles, 2 title matches, 2 tag matches.
Yeah.
Both the tag matches were sort of weird.
Yeah.
Not like bad, but odd.
Weird.
So
like this one especially.
Yeah, this is the SmackDown Tag Championships.
Yeah.
The Usos defending against Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
In a 2 out of 3 falls match.
Yes.
Which I think we talked about before, but basically it's just if you get a pinfall or a submission, the match isn't over. It's like, great, that's 1. And then you have to get another one to win. Or if they get 2, then they win. It's the best 2 to 3.
And more often than not, it goes to 2 to 1.
Yeah, because it's the drama, right?
The drama,
So it's like one person gets a fall and the other one gets a fall, and then it's all down to this final fall, And there's a grace period of a few seconds, so you can't just be like pin 1, 2, 3, up and pin 1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
you can't just do that.
Why don't I just hold a guy down for a 6 count?
There you go. Right? I was like, wasn't it Big E who his gimmick in NXT was the 5 count?
I think you've talked about this before.
Yeah. Back before he had a really nice character.
Yeah.
So we were going through, who do we think is going to win this match or whatever, and I was metagaming.
Yeah.
Because I thought that the Usos would be losing this match because I can't remember which one of them got charged for DUI.
Yeah, they did.
Which
you were metagaming too hard, man.
WWE typically doesn't respond well to, especially with Vince on that stupid XFL Q&A saying that if anyone's ever had a DUI, they won't be allowed to play for the XFL.
Oh, really? I didn't even watch any of that.
Oh, it was so stupid.
Yeah. I did see the one GIF. So an aside, as the usual with this show.
Yeah.
Vince McMahon announced a football league that he's doing in 2019?
2020.
2020?
Yeah.
You know what they say about hindsight, Graham. So he's doing a football league called the XFL. He's tried this once before.
Yeah.
It was not good. Actually, the best part about the old XFL was they let them put whatever name they wanted on the back of their jersey, and there's one guy called He Hate Me.
Yeah. Someone asked about that. He's like, so you're going to have nicknames on the jerseys like, like He Hate Me back in the day? And Vince was like, oh, I'm surprised people remember him. And it's like, Vince...
We remember everything. He thinks we don't remember anything.
Yeah, he thinks we're goldfish.
But the best part about that press conference was him saying, people find it a struggle to sit through a 3.5-hour football game.
I think he knows that 3-hour Raw is a bad idea.
Oh, man, that was good.
Yeah. So it's, again, the XFL briefly originally was like, what if football was produced by the WWE, right? It was very like, they had like Bobby the Brain Heenan was on commentary. They had pyro. They had like ridiculous cheerleaders. It was very like it wasn't scripted. Yeah. But it was very football entertainment. Yeah. It seems like they've learned from that, and they're positioning the XFL now as just like an alternative to the NFL. Mm-hmm. In fact, he's like, I'm not even really going to be involved in day-to-day operations. We're hiring a bunch of people to do it. It's going to be, interesting.
I think they're trying to slot in the lull period too between the Super Bowl and the preseason. Yeah. He's trying to slot in so you got football all year round. Yeah. I mean, it's smart, right? Yeah. But then again, he's like, are people going to be burned out from watching football? Probably not. I don't think.
Yeah, I don't know. It's from a business perspective, it sounds fine.
It's dicey.
But there's some other stuff in that Q&A that's...
The 3.5-hour thing got me. I was like, oh, that's the funniest thing I've heard in a very long time.
Any question involving anything remotely political is what got me, because Vince was being really cagey. Really obviously not answering questions with, or answering questions with non-answers, really, really obviously. Yeah. Or well, what about, who's going to be able to play for this league? People like Peyton Manning or Colin Kaepernick? And he's like, well, we'll look at all sorts of people who, may or may not want to be involved. Yeah, Peyton Manning could play.
Peyton Manning.
Not Peyton Manning, Tim Tebow. Tebow.
I was like, Peyton Manning's retired.
Yeah, sorry.
Tim Tebow.
I don't know the football, but
That's okay.
They mentioned specifically Tebow and Colin Kaepernick.
Yeah.
And in his answer, he was like, yeah, Tebow could play. And it's like, that's not subtle.
That's not subtle at all, Vince. Oh, Jesus.
Sorry.
Poor Kaepernick, man.
How did I mess that up? All the football fans are like, Graham, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
What I'm doing is telling you about Jimmy and Jey Uso versus Chad Gable and Shelton Benjamin.
I will still go on record saying Jimmy and Jey Uso were probably my two top wrestlers from last year. I never thought I'd say that.
Yeah.
My two favorites. Mm-hmm. As far as character and the whole package goes.
Yeah.
Man, the Uso Penitentiary. I never thought that would be interesting.
Yeah.
But it is. They had this tweet thing, actually, I think it was a SmackDown after this Royal Rumble, and they were running through all the names of the people that they beat in 2017, but every time they said lockdown, a big fucking jail cage graphic came on the screen and slammed.
That sounds lame.
It was awesome.
Oh, okay.
It was the lame kind of awesome that I love. I don't know.
Cool.
Maybe other people thought hey, this is lame, but I was like, hell yeah, give me that jail graphic again. Can we just do that more?
More jail graphics.
More jail graphics, please. Yeah. I barely even remember the build up to this. What did Gable and Benjamin even do to get this shot? They're kind of heels now, too, a little bit.
Well, it's not that they're necessarily heels, it's just everyone loves the Usos.
Yeah, we do. I love the Usos. I think they're great.
So after we did the Clash of Champions episode on the SmackDown after that, they beat the Usos in a non-title match, and they were awarded with a championship match on SmackDown, and they defeated the Usos to win the titles, but they didn't pin the legal man.
Right. Yes.
So the Usos retained.
Yeah.
And then they get the.
How did I not remember
the match tonight?
Yeah.
But yeah, so we talked about how I thought the Usos were going to lose because one of them got charged with DUI, and Adam was talking about how typically 2 out of 3 falls matches go to 3 falls to be really theatrical.
We were both wrong.
Yeah, my vote. I was watching it with my wrestling buddies, and I was like, "Well, the Usos retain in 3," or I was like, "The Usos lose in 3." No, they retain in 2.
In 2. The old 2-0, the shutout.
And quickly. Like, it went back and forth looking like a pretty good match. And
the first fall took a long time to happen.
Took a long time, and Gable and Benjamin were putting on a pretty good show.
Yeah.
And then the Usos turned it around. Both of them super kicked Gable in the head at the same time. It was like one super kick, another super kick, and then both of them at once. And then they got a pin. And then very quickly after that, got a second pin, and the match was over.
Yeah. It was weird, too, because when I first watched it, I thought, like, hey, that doesn't look like it was supposed to be the original ending, because one of the Usos rolled up Shelton Benjamin.
Yeah.
And Chad Gable was just standing on the top rope. And, like, he didn't jump off when he saw the roll-up happen.
Yeah.
So it was almost like, from a non-kayfabe standpoint, like, hey, I missed my cue or something. Mm-hmm. It looked weird. I don't know, it's fine. I was kind of disappointed at the 2-0. I mean, like, they have to change it up sometimes, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, I think that was the end of that feud. I think that's
probably,
it.
Yeah.
2-0 is pretty definitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how I feel. I don't know how I feel about Benjamin and Gable. I really like Chad Gable.
Mm-hmm. I like Shelton Benjamin, too.
I don't know enough about Shelton Benjamin.
But it does really feel like, well, we took Jason Jordan away to Monday Night Raw, so now we sort of left Chad Gable flapping in the wind over here. Oh, hey, Shelton just showed up.
Yeah.
You two are a team now.
Like, you look kind of like Charlie Haas.
Yeah.
With long hair.
Yeah.
Let's put them together. Yeah.
We W American Beta. American Alpha was for those keeping score at home, American Alpha was the Gable and Jordan. Anyway. The next match is the 30-man Royal Rumble match.
Yeah, dude, this caught me off guard. I was like, whoa, already?
Yeah.
I guess I shouldn't have, I don't know why I thought it was going to be like men's Royal Rumble, and then I assumed the women's Royal Rumble was closing the show anyway, regardless. I thought they were just going to put 2 Rumbles back to back, but I mean, like, that would have been suicide.
So we do that Royal Rumble drinking game, which I've talked about before on the show, right? And so we were going, oh no, because now this is twice as many drinks.
Oh yeah.
If we do both Rumbles. And so we were like, okay.
Oh no.
Okay, best case scenario for pacing ourselves, they open with one Rumble and close with another Rumble.
Yeah.
Worst case scenario, they run them back to back as the like just before the end of the show.
Yeah.
And then my buddy Chris was like, the Doomsday scenario, War Games style, and they run them concurrently.
That would have been amazing.
It would have been
awful.
2 Rumbles. Yeah. It would have been the worst.
Oh my God. Could you imagine how bad that would have been?
It would have looked terrible, the Doomsday scenario.
And so, like, the men's entrance and the women's entrance would enter at the same time, so they play both their music at the same time.
Yeah.
It's just like
old school TNA style for like from opposite sides of the arena, right? They have like two. Oh, TNA used to way back. They used to do this thing where there was these like tunnels that went sort of like up to the top of a ramp and then down to the ring, and like all the faces would come out of one tunnel and the heels would come out of the other tunnel.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Huh. It was like a.
That's kind of interesting. That's different.
Good guys to that locker room. Bad guys to that locker room.
It's keeping kayfabe. Yeah. They're in separate locker rooms, Graham.
Yeah, because they don't get along.
No, they hate each other.
So, as a reminder, the way the Royal Rumble match works.
Yes.
2 men begin in the ring. And
30 men start outside the ring, and then they try to get inside.
No, Vince Russo, stop. So two men start in the ring. Every 90 seconds, another person enters. And the only way to be eliminated is to be thrown over the top rope with both your feet touching the floor.
This is very important.
And the last man standing wins a championship match. It gets in the main event at WrestleMania, and they said earlier in the day that the winners of each Rumble match will get to choose which champion they challenge.
Yeah.
So the winner of this match can either, at time of the Rumble, either challenge AJ Styles for the WWE Championship at WrestleMania or challenge Brock Lesnar for the Universal title at WrestleMania, pending Brock Lesnar retaining in his match later tonight.
Yes.
Entrant number 1, Aiden English,
Yeah.
comes out to introduce entrant number one, which is Rusev, because it's Rusev Day.
Dude, how popular is Rusev?
Apparently, they sold out of their initial run of Rusev Day calendars and had to order another 5,000.
Really?
Yeah,
Good for
WWE's,
them.
they're selling 2018 calendars, and it's just, you know how, like, it'll be like Christmas, or Valentine's Day. It's just
Day.
every single day is annotated with Rusev Day.
That's amazing.
Versus entrant number 2, Finn Balor.
Yay, Finn.
Very nice. So they finally mentioned because they like doing the like running the numbers of the Royal Rumble. You know? They always talk
that's
about
the intro of whatever. That was
so
last year too.
They've now finally changed it, so they're talking about people who've lasted longest or won from the 1 or 2 spot.
Yeah.
Because they always used to be like, you know, from position 1 to win it all, and it's like number 2 has been in there just as long.
Yeah.
They both started at the same time.
Yeah.
That is equally a long amount of time.
I guess
So now they've actually are saying 1 and 2 spot.
Yeah.
So they start fighting. I mean,
there's not much to talk about.
There's 30 men. Not a lot happens between.
We've covered 2 of these. People know how it goes.
Not a lot happens between Rusev and Finn Balor.
Yeah.
Number 3, Rhino.
Yay, Rhino!
Yeah.
He still looks like a cube.
Yep. Even more so than before.
Yeah.
Philadelphia, home of ECW.
Yeah, there's a lot of ECW chants.
Big ECW chant for Rhino.
Yeah.
This is where stuff starts to get really interesting. Number 4, Baron Corbin.
Yeah.
The Lone Wolf. So he comes in, they start fighting. Corbin hits End of Days on Rhino.
Yeah.
In response to a gore, that's pretty impressive. Chucks Rhino over the top. Rhino's eliminated. That sucks. Balor then quickly throws Corbin over. Corbin's eliminated.
Yeah, Corbin's gone.
That kind of sucks. But Corbin's so incensed
It is awesome.
that he reaches in, pulls Balor out, not over the top rope, so he's not eliminated from the match, pulls him out of the ring, beats him up, pulls Rusev out, beats him up, and just walks away.
Yeah.
So now Rusev and Balor are still in the match, but out of the ring, rattled.
Yeah.
And number 5.
But I mean, like, that's the best possible scenario, right?
Yeah.
You just lay outside the ring, like, oh, I got beat up, I'm tired.
Yeah. So then the timer counts down, number 5 hits. It's Heath Slater.
Yay!
Hey, I got kids, I need this job. But he comes
Remember
out.
when that was going on?
But he comes out as Corbin's going back up the ramp. And so Corbin just decks Heath Slater because he's there.
Yeah. This is one of the best, like, things of the Royal Rumble.
So then there's 3 competitors in the Rumble, and they're all just sort of like vaguely conscious.
Yeah.
So the timer kicks down again, and it's Elias.
Yeah.
Who wants to walk with Elias?
I don't know how. I can't remember how long he's been doing this, but during his Elias has these. We've talked about him before. He has these promos that he does before his matches, but he has this new thing. I'm not sure how new it is, but he says, "What does WWE stand for?" And the crowd goes, "Walk with Elias." Oh. Yeah, I thought that was awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
Because I was wondering how they were going to let Elias do his guitar thing with the Rumble.
Yeah.
Because only the first 2 entrants get their entrances.
Get like mic time or you know.
But this is Balor, Rusev, and Slater are all unconscious.
Yeah.
So Elias
So
comes
perfect.
out. Slater's like, he's gotten back to all 4s, and Elias walks past and just punts him in the head and carries onto the ring. So Slater's back out again.
Yeah.
So he starts playing some terrible song.
Yeah.
I still maintain he's a very good guitarist, but doesn't actually have a terrific singing voice.
Not a great singer, but he can play the guitar.
Yeah.
He can play the guitar.
Yeah. So he sort of fills time until number 7, NXT champion.
Yeah.
I guess spoilers for TakeOver. Andrade Cien Almas.
Yeah.
With what's her name?
Zelina.
Thank you. She comes out to the top of the ramp and is like, go kill.
Go kill.
So yeah, Almas.
Yeah.
Hey, that's cool.
Yeah, it was super rad to see him. I think like Almas has the potential to be like that new like slot into that Alberto Del Rio slot.
I'm glad they finally found an angle for him.
Andrade?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I know we've talked about him in passing before, but they brought him in with a big head of steam, and they just had nothing for him, and they were like, here, wear suspenders and the fedora. I don't know.
Suspenders with no shirt.
Yeah, right. We
You
keep forgetting that.
You have to specify.
Yeah.
Suspenders with no shirt on.
Yeah.
It is not a good look.
So Almas and Elias fight.
Yep.
Number 8, Bray Wyatt.
Yay, Bray. Spooky Bray.
Yeah, he comes in.
Poor Bray. I feel so bad every time I see him.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bray Wyatt
Yeah.
has been feuding with the newly christened Woken Matt Hardy, because we can't get broken. Has to be something different.
They just settled.
Really?
The Hardys now have all the trademarks related to Broken Matt Hardy.
Yay!
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And apparently Matt has creative control over that gimmick.
Really?
Apparently.
No shit.
So the behind-the-scenes rumblings say.
That's impressive as shit,
Yeah.
considering.
Well, because they don't care, right? They're just like, whatever.
I don't really... Okay, so the thing with Woken Matt Hardy right now is that laugh.
Yeah.
That's like the big thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm on the fence about it.
They're just...
I don't know how I feel
It
about
does
it.
feel like they're just driving it into the ground.
Yeah.
But he did post a teaser to his Twitter with Vanguard 1 returning.
Dude, did you see the King Maxwell one?
Yeah, Vanguard 1 is the name of his phantom drone.
Yeah. And King Maxwell is his son.
Yeah.
Who is also 2-0 in professional wrestling matches. King Maxwell.
If we started talking about Broken Matt Hardy, we'd be here all day.
Yes. Okay, sorry.
But yeah, Wyatt's been feuding with Matt Hardy. So it's like, let's put the two weirdos together.
Yeah.
So anyway, but Wyatt gets down to the ring. Slater is now at the ring and is barely pulling himself back up. Wyatt sees him and sort of chuckles to himself and then just throws him into the barricade.
Yeah.
And
I was
then
wondering
gets
if they
into
were going to do
ring.
the same angle that they did with Curtis Axel, with Heath Slater. Because
Oh,
Curtis
where he-
Axel never got eliminated from the
Right.
2016
Right.
Royal Rumble? Or
Just-
20, yeah, it was the
Yeah, I
2016.
was wondering. I was like, is Slater going to be there, be outside the ring the whole match,
Yeah.
just getting beaten by everyone who comes in?
Yeah.
So far, yes. Number 9, Big E. Big E Langston.
Yay, me.
Big E gets to the bottom of the ramp, helps Slater back to his feet, leaning up against the ring apron, then produces a handful of pancakes from inside his singlet and rams them in Slater's mouth.
That's the New Day's new gimmick.
Pancakes.
Just pancakes.
There was a Big E is paired with Carmella for the Mixed Match Challenge.
Yeah.
And they've been doing a bunch of backstage vignettes with, they were trying to get Carmella to pick one of them, I think it was. And they did like a backstage video on social media or something with Carmella like finding random pancakes around backstage. Apparently she's hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that they've
She's
all
been good
now
in those videos.
they've all now started dressing like her
Yeah.
in the one piece.
Yeah.
The whole thing's really, really,
very
really
good.
silly.
Yeah.
But
That's what happens when you let people show personality, though.
yeah, it's great.
It's like almost like it works.
Yeah. Number 10. Entrant number 10. Bam.
Oh yeah, I was so excited. I was like,
ba-da-bum.
I almost, you know what? I almost forgot that he was a wrestler.
He's on the main roster?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the timer counts down.
This makes me really sad.
And it's number 10. Ty Dillinger's music hits. The perfect 10 again at number 10 in the Rumble. But then no one's coming out.
Nope.
What's up with that? And then we cut to backstage and Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn are beating the piss out of Ty Dillinger because they're mad. And then once he's unconscious, Sammy's like, okay, cool, I got this, and runs out, and then just like runs down the ramp and into the ring. And the commentators are like, I guess he's in the match now?
Further driving home
Yeah.
the point to today's youth that if you want something, you just beat the person up. Because that's that's what happened to Nikki Bella, right? At Survivor Series?
Oh, yeah, right.
She got beat up, and then Talia took her spot.
Yeah.
And then Ty Dillinger gets beat up. So if you want something, you take it by force.
Yep.
Don't actually take it by force.
Don't actually take it by force. This was my favorite moment.
Yeah.
Not my favorite moment, but this next bit was one of my favorite moments of the Rumble. Number 11, Sheamus. So Sheamus comes in, walks down to the bottom of the ramp, sees Heath Slater still flopping around like a fish, trying to just get in the ring, and Sheamus is like, come on, just like throws his hands up, grabs Slater, throws him into the ring.
Good guy, Sheamus.
Then climbs in himself. Slater like sort of stands up, discombobulated, turns around, clotheslines the first person he sees. Sheamus over the top rope. Sheamus is eliminated immediately.
Yeah.
And just sort of stands there leaning against the barricade with his arms open like, what the hell, man?
It was pretty good.
It was so funny.
It was very good. It was a well done spot.
Wyatt hits
liked
Slater
it a
with
lot.
a Sister Abigail and throws him over the rope.
Yep.
Slater is now eliminated as well.
Yep.
Number 12, Xavier Woods.
Yep.
Big E and Woods, the New Day, team up. They're fighting all around. Zayn,
Russell
Elias.
Crowe fighting around the world.
Number 13, Apollo Crews, who I also sometimes forget
Yeah.
is around.
I mean, he's part of Titus Worldwide. So is Dana Brooke. Doesn't Dana Brooke like run the numbers? She's like their accountant.
Yeah. I think Titus Worldwide is doing more things for Titus O'Neil than it is for anyone in
A lot
Titus
more
Worldwide.
for Titus O'Neil than it is
Yeah.
for Apollo or Dana.
Number 14,
Yeah.
Shinsuke Nakamura.
Yay!
His first ever Royal Rumble.
Yep. And everyone loves him.
Yeah,
It's
big,
crazy.
really excited.
Yeah.
Everyone is thrilled to see Nakamura. There's a moment with him and Zayn.
Yep.
Remember that match we've recommended many times?
We talk about almost every episode.
They,
I find a reason to mention it.
They fight back and forth a little bit. Nakamura hits Zayn with a big knee and eliminates Sami Zayn.
Yep.
So the plan didn't work.
Nope.
Number 15, Cesaro. Now, when I saw Sheamus, and the same thing for Cesaro, I'm like, don't you guys have a match like next?
Yep.
Because the match, I mean, we didn't know that it was going to be immediately following this, but we assumed is Sheamus and Cesaro, the Bar, versus Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan for the Raw Tag Team titles. We'll get to that in a minute, but I was like, why are you in this match? Don't you have them? Whatever. So Cesaro gets in, starts throwing big uppercuts around. There are so many Rusev Day chants over the course of this match.
Yeah.
Number 16, Kofi Kingston.
Yay.
Now all 3 members of the New Day are in, and they are working together, and it's great. I love when stables get in the ring and start working together.
Start working together.
Or when they-
Is that like your
when they get in the
jam? Is
Rumble.
that the thing you love the most?
When CM Punk was leading the new Nexus, and it was him and like 4 guys from the Nexus in the Rumble, it was amazing. Like the timer would count down, some random person would run in, all 4 of the cronies would eliminate them, and Punk would just sit there laughing. They just ran the ring. It was amazing. Number 17, Jinder Mahal.
Yep.
Yes, indeed.
Still around.
Yep, in his second Royal Rumble, third, despite what Michael Cole said. It's the 3rd Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
He said it was the first Royal Rumble for Jinder Mahal.
I thought he'd been around longer than that.
He has, and he went away and came back and was champion for a while.
I mean, this is the first of the real Jinder Mahal.
This was the first Royal Rumble for the modern day Maharaja, Jinder Mahal.
Yeah. Maybe that's what Michael Cole meant.
Maybe. So he gets into a fight with Xavier Woods.
Yep.
And throws Xavier Woods over the top. Then Jinder Mahal and Big E brawl and get sort of awkwardly over the ropes onto the outside of the ring apron, and Mahal knocks him off the ring apron,
Yeah.
eliminating Big E. So Jinder Mahal has now eliminated 2/3 of the New Day.
Dude, big push for Jinder.
Yeah.
You're in trouble. Now it's going to be Jinder Mahal versus the New Day at WrestleMania. And Jinder's going over.
Yeah, 3-on-1.
3-on-1.
match.
Hell yeah, dude. Make Jinder look strong. That's all I ask.
It seems so unnecessary. Number 18. Also, we joked about like the "Don't hinder the Jinder" was a joke, and then they did that. So we should be careful what we joke about.
Yeah, we should be careful.
Number 18.
Maybe Meat will come back.
Yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Seth Rollins.
Yep.
Also in that match I talked about. Yeah. So Seth Rollins is out and starts throwing sling blades everywhere all around the ring.
I find it weird that Seth and Finn Balor use the sling blade. Yeah. They mentioned on commentary too, like, Finn Balor also uses that move. It's like, that's weird. That's not like, it's not often that a signature move is used by multiple people, right?
It's rare, yeah.
It's very, I don't know, it just weirds me out a little bit.
A high number of people using super kicks these days, though.
Yeah, but that's like...
Yeah, I know. Cesaro,
super kick is the new body slam.
Cesaro runs at Rollins, who like rolls backwards and just kicks Cesaro over the rope.
Yeah.
It's pretty impressive. So Cesaro's eliminated. Jinder Mahal, not content with merely 2/3 of the New Day,
He's going for the triple.
throws Kingston over the top rope.
Yeah.
He falls to the floor. His foot touches the floor.
Yeah.
His left foot touches the floor, but his right foot lands on Xavier Woods, who catches it and is just yelling at Kofi like, I got you, I got you, I'm here for you, man, don't worry about it. And then Big E brings over a platter of pancakes.
From under the announce table.
Puts them on the ground for Kofi to stand on. Because remember, the rule is both feet must touch the floor.
Yeah.
and a plate of pancakes
Not part of the
is
floor.
not the floor.
Nope.
So he's now hopping around on one foot and trying to look for an opening to get back in the ring.
Yeah.
But Jinder Mahal's like, no, I'm going to stop this. I'm going to block you. So Xavier Woods and Big E make like a fireman's carry. Like they link their arms together to make a platform to launch Kofi over Jinder's head and back in the ring.
Yeah.
He goes over Jinder, back in the ring, knocks him in the back of the head, eliminates Jinder Mahal, and looks really happy about it. And then Almas immediately eliminates Kingston because we can't have anything nice.
Nope. Can't have Kofi Kingston versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Yeah. This is why we can't have nice things.
It was pretty good.
If it was 2009 Kofi.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, he would have won that Royal Rumble.
Number 19.
Yeah.
Woken Matt Hardy.
Yay! He's got new theme music.
Yeah.
And it's like weird piano. I don't think it's the same as
where is Jeff right now?
He's injured.
Is he?
Yeah.
Oh.
He had surgery, I think.
That sucks.
Of some kind. I can't wait for Brother Nero to come back.
Ah, I knew you'd come.
Yeah. I'm thinking at WrestleMania we're going to get like some kind of final deletion-esque thing.
I can see that.
With Bray. I'm hoping. And I hope they just let them go like nuts with it.
Yeah, please don't just House of Horrors 2.0 or whatever.
Oh, man. I mean, I'm in the minority, but I liked House of Horrors because it was so shitty. Oh, man. I really liked that.
I liked Final Deletion because it was so shitty. House of Horrors was someone who didn't understand, was directed by someone who didn't understand why Final Deletion worked, and they were just like, oh, I could do that. And then turns out, no.
I can do that. Just points the camera in random directions.
Yeah.
So it's like that hot new movie, Blair Witch.
So Woken Matt Hardy comes in, and we talked about how he and Bray Wyatt are feuding.
Yeah.
And they start working together.
Yeah.
They like face off in the ring, and then they're like, you know what we should do? We should both eliminate Rusev. So they just chuck Rusev over.
Yeah, the
crowd's not happy about that. Then, so they start fighting Almas as well, and then they start sort of fighting one another, and they end up both going over at the same time.
Yeah. They eliminate each other, just like everyone predicted.
Yeah. Number 20. John Cena.
Fuck yeah. He's going to break Ric Flair's record. He's going to beat Brock Lesnar. 17 world titles. Let's go.
It's going to happen.
It's going to happen.
Yeah.
When do you think it's going to happen? When do you think they're going to pull the trigger?
Probably within the next year.
You think so?
Probably.
I'm going to say SummerSlam this year.
All right.
Paycheck.
Well, currently I think Brock's contract only extends to SummerSlam. Currently.
I thought it was just after WrestleMania.
I don't know. I don't actually know when the details of Brock Lesnar's contract.
I was listening to Chris Jericho's podcast, and he was talking to somebody. I can't remember who was on the show, but he said that at WrestleMania last year, it was supposed to be him versus Owens for the title, and he was going to win the title as a babyface.
Really?
Yeah. But then Brock Lesnar was like, I'll lose to Bill Goldberg, but I have to beat him at WrestleMania.
Huh.
Or I'm walking. I'm walking, but Brock Lesnar is a bigger star.
Why did that have to be for the title, though? Like, people would have watched Brock Lesnar versus Goldberg.
I know, right? And he just said, like, Chris Jericho said it so offhand. He was on Steve Austin's podcast, I'm pretty sure. Maybe that's what I heard it on. But anyway, yeah. It was supposed to be Jericho versus Owens for the title.
That would have been rad.
And Brock Lesnar came in and fucking punched it.
Oh, well. Yeah, Cena gets in the ring and immediately everyone starts attacking him. Everyone's like,
that's pretty awesome.
John Cena.
Yeah.
We should fight that guy.
Yeah, that guy wins everything.
Yeah.
Stupid John Cena.
Cena eliminates Elias with an attitude adjustment because previously on an episode of Raw, Elias beat John Cena.
Yeah. I think that's what the WrestleMania match is going to be.
He also got a pin on John Cena since the Royal Rumble in a triple threat with Braun.
Yeah, they just had, I watched it last night. And
very strange.
It was pretty good.
Yeah. Number 21. Hurricane Helms! The Hurricane!
This was awesome. I did not expect this. This is the last
thing. Hurricane Shane Helms!
Yeah.
So, okay. This is going to be one of the many diversions of the evening.
Yeah.
The Hurricane,
Shane
Helms, known primarily as The Hurricane, was a comedy wrestler.
Well, to be fair, in WCW, he was Sugar Shane Helms, and he was a more serious. He was at first he was part of a band called 3 Count, which was like a boy band.
Yeah.
And then he became Cruiserweight champion, and he got a lot more serious. He used a very dangerous move called the Vertebreaker. Yeah. It was very scary. I'm glad it's not around anymore.
So the Hurricane was a comedy character.
Yes.
Because even there's more after the Hurricane, but the Hurricane was a comedy character. Had a lot of memorable stuff with The Rock. In sort of the Attitude Era days. He's like
2000s.
Yeah, like wore a cape, had like a green mask. Was very like did like superhero-y poses. Was very like
he did like the big like Undertaker chokeslam thing, like where he'd like slap on their neck, like
grab their neck and be like, but then he actually like would do the chokeslam.
Yeah. There was I think there was a moment on one of the Raws where he tried to do it to the actual Undertaker.
Yeah.
It didn't work out for him.
Yeah. He was one of those comedy wrestlers that like everyone loved. Like wasn't really lame because he was very like just really, really bought into it.
Didn't he have a tag team with like Rosie?
I think so, yeah.
That was Roman Reigns' brother.
Yes. Yeah. After his time as the Hurricane, then he just became Shane Helms.
Yeah.
Who was like a normal, like wasn't wearing a mask, was just a normal guy, was a heel. So he had a more serious run post Hurricane. Yeah. Well, I remember distinctly when the first house show that I saw here in Victoria, at which MVP fought The Undertaker.
Dude, that's cool as shit.
Yeah, isn't that weird?
What? That's a very weird matchup.
Yeah.
Was it good?
It was, yeah.
Was this Biker Taker or like Dead Man Taker?
No, this would have been Dead Man. Afterwards, people were waiting around back to get like autographs or whatever, and Shane Helms and Mr. Kennedy were sharing a car. And people were like, come on, like, look at my sign, like, come on, will you sign my thing? And they were like going to get in their car, and then they were like looked over, and they're like, you want to go sign it? All right, okay, fine. And then they like walked across the parking lot, went up to the sign, grabbed it, threw it on the ground, and went back in the car and left.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was great.
Kayfabe!
Yeah.
It's alive! Hooray! So, isn't that the one where somebody like spit on Chris Jericho? Was that the same live event?
No, that was the one
where
prior.
Victoria got like a bad rap.
That was the one
And
prior.
then somebody threw a briefcase at Roman Reigns' head.
That was the most recent one. I've seen 3 here.
Yeah. Victoria, man. I don't know what it is. Twice. 2 times. 2 incidents.
Yeah. Oh, see, that's...
Even I felt bad for Roman.
That's why I'm confusing myself. It wasn't Shane Helms. It was Gregory Helms. See, I was confusing myself because it's the Hurricane Shane Helms, but his name is Gregory Shane Helms.
Oh, okay.
And it was really confusing to me why I kept thinking his name was Gregory. But yeah, it was Gregory Helms was his not Hurricane character. So yeah, 1-time European champion, 1-time hardcore champion, 2-time cruiserweight champion, and 2-time tag champion. Once with Rosie and once with Kane.
Really?
Yeah.
Jeez, what year was that in?
I don't know.
Doesn't say.
No. Anyways.
That's random.
So, Hurricane. He gets eliminated immediately by John Cena.
Yeah.
But he gets to do his pose.
He got to do the chokeslam.
He got to do the chokeslam.
Tried to do it.
He did the chokeslam.
Pretty great, yeah.
Number 22, Aiden English.
Yep.
In by himself now.
Who was not as popular as Rusev.
No.
Yeah.
But I like him.
Yeah. I like the whole package.
Yeah.
Like him and Rusev together, I think they're great.
Number 23, Adam Cole, baby. Adam Cole is an NXT wrestler.
Yeah.
We did a whole bonus episode on that NXT on War Games.
Yeah.
So yeah, Adam Cole was the head of the Undisputed Era.
Yep.
And it was the shock the system.
I love that theme song so much. That theme song reminds me of the NWO's music.
Yeah. Surprising to see that. His ribs are taped up because of the match he had at TakeOver the night prior.
Yeah.
Aiden English is eliminated by Finn Balor. Number 24, Randall Keith Orton. Randy Orton, who's won twice before, I believe.
He won last year.
Yeah, in fact, he won last year.
Yeah. Hell yeah, let's go back to back. Let's go, Randall.
He wouldn't be the first.
He would not be the first.
Hulk Hogan won back-to-back Rumbles, and Steve Austin won back-to-back Rumbles.
Shawn Michaels won back-to-back.
Oh, Shawn Michaels did as well, right. Yeah. In fact, Shawn Michaels and Steve Austin won back-to-back Rumbles back-to-back.
Yeah, it was like 95, 96 was
Shawn
Michaels, 97, 98 was Steve Austin.
Yeah. Almost as a springboard maneuver, and Randy hits him with an RKO, and then tosses him out. Andre Cien Almas is eliminated. Number 25, Titus O'Neil.
Yeah.
Why not?
Sure. okay. And the internet collectively goes, okay.
Okay. Because you know he's not going to win.
Nope.
And
Could you imagine? That's why I've always wanted like just like a complete curveball.
Yeah.
One of these years. We
It'd
just
be funny.
do it.
Yeah.
It'd be so weird. Like, can you imagine if Heath Slater wins a Royal Rumble?
That'd be amazing.
It would be great. Think of all the stuff they could do with them, like this trailer.
This is why I always find it, I've always previously found it really boring when...
We mostly know who's going to win.
Yeah.
Mostly.
And it's been like, when you sort of know what they want the matches at WrestleMania to be, and they're like, okay, so we know, like, I'm, like, even at this point in the Rumble, even though we're at number 20, we're about to have number 26, and even though we haven't seen Roman Reigns yet, I just know Roman Reigns is going to enter, and he's going to win, because they want to have Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania. Right?
Yeah.
And they don't have to do that. They can just have Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania, and then have someone else win and fight AJ. But, so I'm like, Number 26, WWE Intercontinental Champion, The Miz.
New father.
Yeah.
I think. Right? She was his
If not new,
daughter,
then soon to
soon
be.
to be. Yeah. One or the other.
He comes out. I believe
He's been great, too.
Does he have the Miztourage with him? I think he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He beat Roman Reigns twice leading up to this.
Yeah.
And pretty clean, too.
Main event material?
I hope so. Man, I want to see a Miz main event run so bad.
I liked his first one.
I still haven't watched that.
He's way better now.
Yeah.
He's way better now.
Is that the one where he beat John Cena at like WrestleMania?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Beat John Cena at WrestleMania.
Where he
That's like beating the Undertaker.
Or he doesn't
at
remember
WrestleMania.
like 20 minutes of that match because he bopped his head on the concrete.
Really? Oh, you've
yeah.
told me this before. Yeah,
It's
yeah.
grim if you go watch it.
I don't think I want
There's
to watch
no bueno,
it. I
no.
can't watch stuff like that.
Number 27, holy shit, Rey Mysterio.
Booyaka, booyaka! I was so excited. I was like, holy moly!
Yeah, that was amazing.
It was great.
He looks great.
That's the best I've ever seen Rey Mysterio look.
Yeah, because for a while there, he was the heavyweight champion, and he's not a big guy. And so it's like the notion that Rey Mysterio would be heavyweight champion only works if he got really bulky. Yeah. Rey was very wide for a period of time, and it looked odd.
Yeah.
He looked like a Dorito on little sticks.
Like, which part of the Dorito, like point up?
His torso was very triangular. It was just like very, very broad.
Oh, so the flat
at
part
top.
was the top part.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Like Dorito with his
He
head.
wasn't like a Dorito with the pointy part, and then he just...
That doesn't seem like a way a human would be able to be shaped. But anyway, but yeah, he looks amazing here. The less intense work schedule must be doing well for him. Apparently WWE is keen to bring him back, but he's like, and he's into it if he doesn't have to work the normal full-time schedule.
They want him full-time, probably.
Yeah, and it's now, to be clear, full-time, if you're unaware, full-time means it's not just you do Monday Night Raw every week or you do SmackDown every Tuesday. They're basically working like at least 5 days a week doing house shows as they travel.
Yeah.
Like when they travel from bigger market to bigger market through a bunch of smaller markets that aren't big enough to fill a stadium to record an episode for TV, but they still put on house shows all the time to make adjunct money. And that's the brutal part of the schedule, is all that travel and all that performing hundreds and hundreds of dates every year.
To be fair, like the schedule has toned down immensely from what they used to do. Dude, there was like times like the 90s and stuff, they're doing like 300 days a year.
Yeah.
Like just ridiculous. Yeah. Like 30 days a month. Like every day of the month wrestling.
Yeah. And it's incredibly physically demanding.
They wondered why people resorted to painkillers and everything else.
Yeah.
It was just like crazy. Like, holy moly.
So...
Like, it looks glamorous, but...
Yeah. So hopefully we'll see Ray back in a part-time role.
I want to see... I think I want to... I mean, like, I want to see Ray versus AJ. I want to see Ray versus Shinsuke. I want to see Ray versus even... I guess...
Or, worst case, I hear 205 Live needs a general manager.
No, they just got one.
Oh, they do?
They got Rockstar Spud from TNA.
Rockstar Spud?
But his name's like Derek something.
Really?
Yeah. I didn't really know
Weird.
who he was. I didn't...
Huh.
Did you know who Rockstar Spud was?
Vaguely, yeah. For a while he was... You remember Damien Sandow?
Yeah.
So he
You
went.
remember Damien Sandow? Yes. You mean Matthew, what is his name? Something Rex?
Aaron Rex.
Aaron, I wanted to say,
He went to TNA.
I was going to say Tyler Rex, but that wasn't it.
Tyler Rex was a different guy.
For real?
Yeah, Reks.
Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, he had dreads. Anyway, wasn't Tyler Rex also Relic? No, Relic was someone else. Sorry. Anyway,
We're going deep on that
don't-
TNA lore.
Ben, don't go looking for those guys.
Go look for those guys.
Don't look for those guys. You don't even need to look for this one. Aaron Rex did a gimmick for TNA for a while where he was basically being Liberace,
Okay.
like weirdly sort of like flamboyant and effeminate with like big
never even
fur
heard about
cloaks
this.
and stuff. And Rockstar Spud was like his page, basically, like dressed like a chauffeur, and he'd like announce Aaron Rex to the ring, and
Weird.
it was very strange.
Is Aaron Rex still wrestling?
I don't know.
I have no idea. YouTube, help.
I don't know.
I mean, I can look it up.
I could just Google it, but I'm not gonna.
No.
So yeah, everyone's really excited to see Rey Mysterio. He hits a over-the-top rope Hurricane Rana to eliminate Adam Cole.
Boo. Adam Cole should have won it. They're burying him.
And then he hits Miz with a 6-1.
Do you remember when AJ was in the Royal Rumble? They're like, he's been buried already.
Yeah.
He should have won the whole Royal Rumble.
You know that every match AJ Styles has had at a Royal Rumble pay-per-view has been for the title.
Oh,
Because the Rumble he debuted in
Was for the
the
title.
one where it was for the title.
Yeah. Right, it was.
The Triple
Triple
H
H
one.
one. Yeah.
And then last year he was in a title match, and then this year against John Cena, and then this year he's in a title match. Interesting fact.
We were there to watch
Yeah.
my boy lose to John Cena.
Number 28.
Yeah! Finally! Finally, a real sports entertainer has entered the arena.
What a surprise that Philadelphia, of all towns, would have had a loud negative reaction for Roman Reigns.
Yeah, who would have thought? That's such a hardcore wrestling
What
town.
a surprise. He eliminates Titus O'Neil, and everyone feels pretty ambivalent about the whole thing. He tries to toss Miz over, but Miz is saved by the Miztourage.
Yeah.
So Reigns, Superman punches both of them. Rollins hits the curb stomp
Yeah, it's back.
on Miz.
He
It's
did it
back.
on Raw.
He did it on
like,
Raw.
It was just random. Like,
It's called the Blackout now.
I don't think a curb stomp insinuates
That
like
it's-
gang warfare, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like not a good look.
Yeah. And also Seth Rollins' name on the Indies was Tyler Black,
Ah, yes.
so the Blackout.
Oh yeah.
I think it
Bring
might
back the-
it might have been called the Blackout.
Bring back the Cadaver Abra, or whatever the fuck that move was called.
Avada Kedavra.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, bring back that move. Hell yeah, dude.
So
Seth Rollins pulls out his fucking wand, turns Roman Reigns into a frog. Hell yeah. 1, 2, 3. Suck it.
So Reigns hits the Superman punch to the Miztourage.
Yeah.
Rollins hits the curb stomp on the Miz, then picks him up onto Reigns' shoulders for the Shield style powerbomb.
Yeah.
Dean Ambrose is out injured right now, in case you're wondering.
Bicep surgery.
Where Dean
It's like his first time being injured, right?
Yeah. And eliminates the Miz, and they're like, hey, we're the Shield, and then Reigns throws Rollins over.
And then gives him the Roman Reigns.
Reigns throws Rollins over, and then gives him the look of like, well, you knew I was the asshole friend, and Rollins' face is like, I knew he was the asshole friend.
They just
knew
cut to
that.
the Curb Your Enthusiasm music.
It's funny because like Rollins is the one that betrayed the Shield, but everyone knows that Reigns is that guy.
Yeah.
Number 29.
No, but the worst part is too is like when he eliminated Rollins is like, ah, you got me.
Yeah.
Ah,
Reigns.
you scamp, you.
Number 29. Shattered Dreams Productions presents
Oh yeah,
Gold Dust.
Gold Dust.
Yeah.
Looking good too, by the way.
Looking very good.
Looking fit.
In at 29 though, that's a surprise for Goldie.
Hell yeah, Gold Dust versus Brock Lesnar.
Let's do it.
Yes, please. One more run. He's never held a world title in WWE.
I don't know. Probably not.
I think he held it in WCW.
And then number 30. We're like, who's going to be number 30? What's the number 30 spot going to be? Who could it be?
could it be?
You know,
Who
running
could it
down
be?
your
Who could
mental
it be? Who could it be?
checklist, right? Record scratch.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Dolph Ziggler. So, as a reminder, Dolph Ziggler won the U.S. title in the triple threat at Clash of Champions, showed up on SmackDown the following Tuesday, laid the U.S. title down, and was like, this title doesn't deserve me, this show doesn't deserve me, you don't deserve me, goodbye, and left.
Yeah.
And hadn't been seen since.
You know what I didn't like about this?
What?
Spoiler alert, Dolph Ziggler didn't win the fucking Royal Rumble. It would have been awesome. That would have been perfect for that story. But he was just unceremoniously tossed out. I think by Roman, wasn't he?
I was so impressed because he gets in the ring. He avoids an AA from John Cena, hits Cena with a super kick.
Yeah.
Super kick to Orton. Ziggler sends Goldust over and eliminates him, and he hits a zigzag on Nakamura, and you're like, holy crap, we've got, like, he's got everyone's number. Yeah. You know, like he's gonna, this is amazing. It's the redemption of Dolph Ziggler, you know, and then Finn Balor chucks him out.
Yeah.
He eliminated Goldust.
Yep.
That's it.
But I just mean, like, this
he looked really impressive for like a few minutes there. He was like, I got your number, I'm hitting you, and then Finn Balor.
This brilliant story opportunity, and I feel like they really wasted it. This is one of the few times where I'd be like, man, you guys really punted this one. Yeah. This is like, you had this cool storyline with Dolph who just like disappeared, and then he comes back in the Royal Rumble, and you're like, holy shit, and then he gets thrown out.
Because just like, if he's not gonna win the Rumble, what was the point of all that? Yeah. What was the point of him winning the U.S. title and vacating it and being off TV for weeks if he's going to come back and eliminate Goldust and get thrown over the top rope? Yeah. It would have been better to not bring him back. Yeah. It would have been better to not have him involved in this at all and figure out something else to do.
I was pretty upset. That was the only part about this match that I didn't like. Yeah. I was just like, I would have liked Dolph to not be back. Maybe do something else.
So we're down to
come back after WrestleMania.
Yeah. So we're down to 6.
Yep.
And this is kind of cool. They do something kind of
cool.
With it.
Yeah, there's like a lot of cool visuals that they're like from this point on. Yeah. Yeah.
So they sort of they align themselves into sort of
new era versus old era.
2 groups of 3. Yeah. Balor, Nakamura, and Reigns on one side of the ring, facing off against Mysterio, Cena, and Orton. Yeah. 3 breakout stars of the New Aggression era. Yeah. As opposed to the 3 stars of, I guess, the PG era. Is that what we're in? Do we have a name for this?
It's the reality era.
Oh, right.
Yeah. WWE has used that term a couple times. They only used it a couple times and they just like gave up on it. But hell yeah, reality era. Yeah. Twitter era. So social media era.
They all fight back and forth. Reigns eliminates Randy Orton.
I totally forgot.
First blood out of this.
Sorry to totally sidetrack. Completely. But on the pre-show, there is a brilliant segment with Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens where they're doing Twitter questions.
Oh, yes.
Go watch it.
Yes.
That's all I'm going to say. I totally forgot about it, and I watched it, and I thought it was super funny.
It's really funny.
Yeah, go watch it. It's on their YouTube. You can find it.
So, Reigns eliminates Randy Orton. Everything's broken down now. Yeah. Like, that alliance wasn't really an alliance. Everything's broken down. Mysterio sets up Cena and Reigns for a double 619. Yeah. And big match John Cena is just, he's there hung up on the second rope, just casually having a chat with Roman Reigns. He's literally hung up on the rope, and instead of being like you're supposed to, sort of catatonic, he lifts his head up, he turns to Roman, and he's like, oh, blah, 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 blah. Can't tell what he's saying, but he's just like clearly...
He's like, don't worry, kid, the 619 doesn't hurt that much.
He's clearly fully conscious and is just like, jaw-jacking with Roman while they're hung up on the second rope.
That part was awesome. It was dumb.
It's so stupid. There's a worse moment in a second.
It gets worse?
Balor eliminates Rey Mysterio over the top rope. Final 4!
Hell yeah.
Finn Balor, Shinsuke Nakamura, John Cena, and Roman Reigns.
2 people we really like, and 1 person I'm lukewarm on, which is John Cena. Yeah. I guess I'm lukewarm on both. Yeah. I'm kind of neutral on Reigns.
So then they sort of line up again, Balor and Nakamura on one side, and Cena and Reigns on the other side. Yeah. And Cena and Reigns take Balor and Nakamura out with clotheslines. And then they just sort of have like this face-off. Yeah. And it's like, oh, it's the original John Cena and the new John Cena, right? Like it's that sort of...
Fuck yeah. Yeah. When they hit each other, what happens? That's what we need to find out. Yeah. Is Vince just backstage like, oh, yes. I mean, they kind of like threw that match. When did that match happen last year?
I can't remember.
Some random pay-per-view. I can't even remember. Should have been WrestleMania.
The crowd does not react positively to the notion of either man winning the Rumble.
Not really.
And so Ring General John Cena calls an audible to move this spot along more quickly than perhaps they'd originally intended, because he's standing in the ring and the camera's on him and you can hear him, you can see and hear him go, now, Shinsuke, now. It's really blatantly obvious that he is just yelling the cue for Shinsuke and Balor to stand up and attack him and Reigns.
Yeah.
It's like phenomenally obvious. Like, come on, John.
Isn't there a Botchamania segment called John Cena Talks Too Much?
Yes.
Yeah.
So it used to be just called You Talk Too Much.
Yeah.
And it was for when you could hear wrestlers calling stuff in the ring.
Yeah.
But then there's a subsection that's just John Cena Talks Too Much, because he's notorious for it.
Yeah, he talks very loud.
Real chin wagger, that John Cena.
He's got a lot of yarns to spin, that boy.
So they both attack him. Nakamura and Balor both attack Cena and Reigns.
Yeah.
And all four of them fight. And then Balor and Nakamura start fighting, and you're like, no, stop.
Yeah.
And
Can't you see you're tearing us apart?
Balor hits the double stomps on Nakamura, but then Cena tosses Finn Balor out. Finn Balor from number 2.
Yeah, he's in for like 50
He's
minutes.
in since the beginning. Finn Balor gets eliminated.
Yep.
The Iron Man of this Rumble.
Did they even mention who eliminated the most people? I don't think they put any. Usually there's someone who's like, he's eliminated 10 people.
I don't think any one wrestler eliminated any huge number.
That's
this
weird.
time.
I think that's one of the first Royal Rumbles where they don't, because they usually make a point.
Yeah.
Because there's always like the Iron Man, and then there's the Kofi spot, and then there's who's eliminated the most people. Mm-hmm. That's like the 3 things, 3 constants in the Royal Rumble world.
Yeah.
We only got 2. It was Meatloaf said.
Nakamura manages to get Cena onto the ring apron.
Yeah.
The King of Strong Style gives Cena a kick in the head and knocks him off and eliminates John Cena.
Okay, we're close.
So we're down to...
I was freaking out.
We're down to
myself.
Shinsuke Nakamura and Roman Reigns. And Shinsuke gives Roman the big, come on.
Yeah.
This, by the way, this is a long section. Like the final 4 tends to go on for a while, right?
Yeah, like 10 minutes.
This was a particularly long final 4.
Yeah.
And a particularly long one-on-one
Yeah.
with Nakamura and Reigns.
God, they did a good job of making people think that
it's
what
going-
we thought was going to happen.
going
We're all
back
like,
and forth.
oh my God, not
was
like
amazing.
this. Yeah. Very good job for this final 2. It was very tense.
Yeah. And Reigns picks Nakamura up at the end of this exchange. Super
There's one
tense.
point where Shinsuke gets an armbar on Reigns.
Yes,
and
and
Shinsuke's
he gets him in
hanging on the outside. I'm like, no, please stop! I was like an actual wrestler. Like, wrestling was real at that point.
He gets him in a triangle. Yeah, and it's like, Nakamura, no, Shinsuke, no, you haven't been in a Rumble before. You don't know that that's a bad idea.
Yeah. You're madman!
Luckily, he gets back in the ring and doesn't actually get eliminated by doing that. But Reigns picks him up. Nakamura powers off of him, knees Roman in the face, and chucks him over. And so your winner of the 2018 Royal Rumble, Shinsuke Nakamura.
Dude, I almost cried when this happened. I was so happy. I was like, they can give us what we want every now and again.
Yep. Nakamura, almost 45 minutes in the match at that point.
Yeah.
And then Renee Young comes to the ring and asks him who he wants to face at WrestleMania. And he says, AJ Styles. So we get to see,
everyone was happy.
we get to see Shinsuke Nakamura versus AJ Styles.
I've never seen such a collective agreement that this was the right move. Everyone was happy. I don't think I didn't see anybody that was like, eh. I mean, there was people, but yeah, dude, we were all happy because we get Nakamura versus AJ, and I'm hoping. I don't think they'll go on. Obviously, Brock Lesnar is going on last.
Probably.
I mean, I'd like Nakamura versus Styles to go last.
Yeah. This was so we went through very sort of a very kind of by the numbers explanation of how the match went.
Yeah.
The Royal Rumble match is always very interesting for the narrative flow between funny moments like the Heath Slater thing and the New Day thing, and less like more serious moments and the big reactions for when people return and the when people are sad about people getting eliminated. So it's always just a roller coaster of emotions. This men's Rumble was the best Rumble match in years. It was so good.
It was a very good Rumble.
Yeah. Like, I always like the Rumble match, and even a bad Rumble, for me, I think I said this in our first episode, gets by just on the basis of being the Royal Rumble match.
Rumble, yeah.
But this one particularly was just a very good, well-paced, entertaining Rumble match.
Well-paced is a good word to describe this.
Yeah.
There was no like weird lulls, and there's always kind of something happening or some story being told.
Yeah.
So, like the Bray and the Woken Matt Hardy stuff. I mean, the Dolph Ziggler thing I could do without. But
I think that was a mistake.
Yeah.
I think they just shouldn't have brought Dolph back for it if they weren't going to pull the trigger on it.
Yeah.
Next up, the second of the second of three Royal Rumble matches tonight, the KFC Colonel Rumble. Who will be the next KFC Colonel? 9 superstars.
Who was the last one? Miz? It was Miz, wasn't it? No, it was Dolph Ziggler.
This is Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, Dolph Ziggler was the last Colonel.
Nine
Hell
superstars
yeah,
in the match. It's over the top rope elimination, both feet touching the floor, and the winner gets to be Colonel Sanders. Stupid commercial that they played. It was clearly like filmed. Clearly filmed it like a SmackDown taping because it was only SmackDown people in. No, because the Miz was in it too.
Yeah, the Miz was there.
But it was clearly filmed at like a previous TV taping and then edited down.
This is so good.
And
this is what I want my wrestling content to be.
It was just this weird. Everyone was like dressed as their gimmick version of Colonel Sanders.
Yeah.
So like Tyler Breeze had like a fuzzy vest and no shirt, but then like the white chin beard, and like Fandango had like the bow tie or something, and then like Miz had like the glasses and the mustache and whatever. Like, it was really, really strange. And then the last entering at number 9, which in the Colonel Rumble is the last entry, was Ric Flair.
What's the joke? That's I'm not Ric Flair from.
Oh, from Southpaw Regional Wrestling? Yeah, as the paid Ric Flair impersonator. Yeah. Crispy, woo, tangy, woo. This is Ric Flair's first match for WWE since his retirement.
Came out of retirement to be the Colonel. Hell yeah, dude.
I looked on. Yeah, Ric Flair wins the match. Yeah. It's Ric Flair's second Royal Rumble victory.
Put that notch in his belt. Like, hell yeah, the Colonel.
By the way, I did check Pro Fight's database that counts every single match record, win-loss, even house shows, like they count absolutely everything. Did not count the Colonel Rumble as an official match. So, yeah, Rick hasn't actually wrestled a match since 2011.
I'm sending them an email. Like,
how dare
Ric Flair came out of retirement and won the Colonel Royal Rumble.
3 Rumbles tonight. I went, after the men's match, I went to the bathroom, and everyone in the other room started yelling at me, gee, the next Rumble's on. And I was like, what? So I run back in, and it's this, and I'm like, I'm so mad at you guys.
I loved it.
It was really funny.
Give me more Colonel Royal Rumbles. Hell yeah.
Next, the Raw Tag Team Championships. Seth Rollins and Jason Jordan, the champions. What? Versus Cesaro and Sheamus, the Bar.
So Jason Jordan went from, because last time we talked about him, he was like basically playing like a whiny little brat.
Yeah.
And now he is kind of like, you know when Kurt Angle joined the Shield at Survivor Series? That's what Jason Jordan's kind of doing. Like, oh boy, I get to hang out with Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns. Like, gee whiz, this is great.
The grand Jason Jordan experiment has been very weird.
He still gets booed a lot.
Yeah. So, yeah, they introduced him as Kurt Angle's illegitimate son.
Yep.
And with the intent of him being like a face, of him being liked. And people were like, it's not that I don't like him, I just don't care.
Yeah.
And so then they started turning him into, like this sort of this whiny,
like petulant
sort of, like, you know, my dad is Kurt Angle kind of thing. And then they decided to sort of
or trying to leverage his dad into giving him title shots and stuff like that. Like,
yeah.
when he was trying to get
so it's like, okay, shots. So you're going in a more heel direction.
Yeah.
Then Dean Ambrose got injured, and they were like, now you're with Seth Rollins, and you guys are a tag team.
Yeah.
It's like, what the hell?
But he started acting like he got invited to the Cool Kids Club and he couldn't believe that it actually happened. It was different.
Yeah.
And I actually kind of liked it. I was like fine with it. Now they're kind of like slowly going back.
Yeah.
Into like
it
the
turns
whiny.
out that he's so like his dad, Kurt Angle, that he has a neck injury.
I don't know if it's true or not though.
Apparently it is.
Apparently, because I mean, even last night on Raw, or what is today? Wednesday or Tuesday? Is today Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
Last night on Raw,
I haven't seen it.
he was playing more. Well, I can't fight because I'm hurt. You know.
Yeah. So I don't know, but anyway, so this match.
I don't know if it's real because apparently the reports that I read too were like, he has no grip strength, like it's scary, real stuff.
Yeah.
But he's still on TV, so
If he's not taking bumps.
yeah, I guess so.
So this was a weird match because basically this whole match was Jason Jordan, who wasn't in the Rumble, by the way, the only member of these 4 competitors who wasn't in the Rumble.
Yeah.
Seth Rollins, by the way, having been in the Rumble the longest. Sheamus basically wasn't in there. Cesaro was in for a little bit. Seth Rollins was in the longest out of these competitors.
Yeah.
Basically has to wrestle this match on his own, Seth does, because Jason Jordan doesn't participate.
Yeah, his neck's hurt.
Like, he doesn't want to, like, Seth goes to try and tag him in, and he's like, oh, no, I can't. I'm just not feeling it or whatever. And he, like, tags him in, and then Jordan immediately tags himself back out and just, like, sits on the ring steps and, like, looks kind of bummed, but not that bummed. He's just like, I can't.
Partially bummed.
Also, this was the match immediately following the
crowd was
the men's rumble, so
quiet. I felt so bad for this.
probably because they were going to the bathroom and getting drinks.
And they were just burned out.
Yeah.
We just watched one of
I was
our
watching
favorites.
from my friend's house, and we were burned out going to the bathroom and getting drinks.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yep. That's an awful place to be in.
Yeah.
Right after a Rumble match, like.
And to be fair, I think they put that match there because they knew that was going to be a bad match anyway. And so they were like, oh.
Yeah.
Like, it was a bad match in terms of physical prowess, right?
Yeah.
It's a match that was mostly for storyline reasons, so it can go anywhere, really.
Yeah.
So.
The storyline's like kind of mediocre. Like it's average.
And now, our last non-Rumble match of the night is the Universal Championship
Oh yeah.
triple threat.
Yeah.
Brock Lesnar defending against Braun Strowman
Yeah.
and Kane.
Kane's back.
Kane, the big red machine, the
Mayoral
devil's favorite
candidate.
demon.
Mayoral candidate. Kane.
Kane, how did this happen?
To get to this match,
Yeah, I need to remind myself.
will it tip with Braun Strowman? Is
Oh
basically-
yes, right. Now for a new segment we call
Will it tip?
Can Braun flip it?
He flipped a semi truck now. He did a semi, and he pulled down a big steel girder with a fucking grappling hook. Like, we're talking like, like video game, threw it, first shot. I don't know, it's probably taped, so he probably took a couple shots, but I'm assuming he did it the first try. Fucking clinked on, started pulling down this big steel girder on top of Kane and Brock Lesnar. Paul Heyman screaming in the background. It was actually an awesome segment.
I can't wait.
Loved it.
Where's WrestleMania's from New Orleans, right? This year?
New Orleans.
New Orleans?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't wait until Braun Strowman flips the arena.
Yeah.
Just goes around outside, finds the foundation, and just like gets his fingers under there, and then just. So yeah, Kane returned in October
Yeah.
and helped Braun beat Roman Reigns in a cage match, and then Kane was added to Strowman's team at TLC.
Yeah.
Tables, ladders, and chairs.
And then Kane and Braun got angry at each other.
Yeah.
Actually, the best part
Because
about
Braun
that,
accidentally hit him with a chair.
and Braun got thrown in a fucking garbage conductor, garbage compactor. Yeah.
Yep.
There was a great shot though. Remember when Kane pulled the chairs down, and then there's that shot of just Braun's arm coming up?
Yep.
God, that was great.
Then in January 8th, Kane just attacked Brock,
Yeah.
and then Strowman also attacked them. And Strowman, then he laid Kane and Lesnar out and pulled a lighting rig over on them.
3 big beefy men beating each other up.
Strowman was then removed from the triple threat match and fired, and then he went on a rampage
Yep.
backstage, including destroying Angle's office and flipping over a tractor.
Hell yeah, dude.
And then
That's so great.
to stop him from damaging more stuff,
Stop flipping our machinery.
Stephanie then rehired him and put him back in the match.
Once again, proving to the children, to the youths of today.
At some point, you have to call the police, Steph.
No way. They handle things internally in the WWE.
I guess so.
We're not calling the police. The match was very average.
Yeah.
I didn't really like it that much.
3 very big dudes just sort of slapping each other around, and Brock was really not interested.
The one part was when Braun kneed the fuck out of Brock's head. And then Brock responded with a body shot and then a punch to the dome piece that looked 100% real.
Yeah, and apparently also said, slow down.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. I think, like, I had heard, too, that I guess Braun apologized afterwards.
Yeah.
Got a little carried away. I mean, it happens.
It's called, apparently, it's been a while since we've introduced you to new wrestling lingo. Apparently, that's called a receipt. And it's basically if you inadvertently wrestle too stiffly, which is to say too real, and you like accidentally actually punch your wrestling partner, they punch you back.
Yeah.
And they go, stop it.
I guarantee you, if Brock Lesnar had hit me like he hit Braun Strowman, I would have fucking died.
It crumpled like a twig.
Dead. I would have exploded. It would have been like in Mortal Kombat, you know, when they explode and they're
Would
just
have
like
turned into a ghost.
just. Oh my god!
What did I do to that man? He turned into a ghost.
Yeah, the match was like, it was okay.
There were suplexes.
I'm so over like 3 big dudes just beating each other up.
It's
As far as a match concept goes.
what do the guys in OSW call it? A hoss fight.
A hoss fight, yeah.
Yeah.
This is a definition of a hoss fight. Kane eats the pin from Brock after an F5.
Lesnar hits him with an F5.
Basically it.
Pins him.
We all knew Braun was winning. We all knew Kane was getting pinned. Or we all knew Brock was winning. Sorry. I said Braun.
Yeah.
We all knew Kane was getting pinned. There's not much to say. I mean, the lead up was great because Braun got to do all this cool shit.
Yeah.
Like flip a semi, pull down a girder, wreck Kurt Angle's office.
The things we all want to do as children.
Yes. When you need to get what you want, you start breaking shit or attacking the person who took your spot.
Yeah. I think it's just that everyone knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And so it was like, yeah, all right, sure.
I mean, that's been every Brock Lesnar match the last year. We all know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
I can't wait to go to... I can't wait for Brock to lose this title so we can go to like...
Yeah, can we just not have him have the title though?
Yeah.
Why can't he be like Undertaker? That it's just it's prize enough to beat Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
That you have people lining up to want to challenge.
It's going to be weird having the title around all the time. Right?
It'll be a refreshing change of pace.
Yeah.
As far as I'm concerned. Anyway. And now, your main event. Your co-main event.
How can there be... What if there's 3 main events?
Then there's no main event.
They didn't say that this time.
No, they didn't.
They didn't. Fucking thank God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yes, it's the first ever, I thought they were going to do this last year, but the first ever women's Royal Rumble match. And they've said the same intervals, 90 seconds, and the same number of competitors, 30, which is neat because there's only 18 women on the roster.
So they got all the
So I was actually really excited about this because like surprise returns are super my jam.
Yeah.
And
Would you say it's one of your favorite things?
I would
Graham's top 5 favorite things go. And number 1 is...
Royal Rumble matches, the returns within the Royal Rumble matches.
Is that like the same thing? Like Slash?
No, these are all...
It's just Royal Rumble.
My top 5 favorite things mostly involve the Royal Rumble, yeah.
The 364 days leading up to the Royal Rumble.
Yeah. That noise. That
how great was it that the Philly crowd was doing it?
Yeah.
They were counting along and then they do that.
They all go.
Yeah, it's pretty great.
So, Maria Menounos is the special guest ring announcer.
Did she used to do ring announcing or something?
No,
What did she do?
she's a co-host on Extra
Oh.
and is a big wrestling fan
Oh, I thought she did something that maybe I wasn't
and
watching.
had a WrestleMania match one year.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
With who?
With I feel like this
That's
is
like the goal, right? To get popular enough that you have a WrestleMania match and you're not a wrestler.
yeah.
Like that's the pinnacle. That's the tippy top of the mountain. Can you imagine if me and Graham get a WrestleMania match?
We
We have to fight
right, yeah, it was
Brock Lesnar against 2 podcasts.
It was Maria Menounos and Kelly versus Beth Phoenix and Eve Torres. Yep.
Which one was Eve Torres again? That's not Eva Marie, right?
No.
No?
No. Eve Torres was actually pretty great. She was in. She's doing some acting since then.
No, really?
Yeah. Yeah. She's good. Also, Stephanie McMahon is going to be joining. Oh, we forgot to mention, by the way, for the men's Rumble match, Jerry the King Lawler.
Oh yeah.
Was on commentary.
He was great. He was good.
Yeah, he was fine. He also, I love this. He came down to the commentary table in his ring gear.
Yeah. Does he always wear that though?
No, when he's on commentary, usually he's wearing one of his ugly ass T-shirts.
Oh right. Well, I'm pretty sure when he used to do commentary with JR, he wore his spandex.
But I think that he did that just to be like, am I in the match?
Yeah. Dude, I actually, you know what? I was specifically making sure to listen to Stephanie and not just drown her out, ignore it. Like, she was fine. This is the Stephanie character I wouldn't mind.
Sure.
I thought she was okay.
I didn't think she said.
But she wasn't like that.
She basically didn't say anything. Yeah. There was like a couple times where she'd say something, I'd be like, okay, good point, Steph. And a couple times she said something and I was like, I don't see how that's relevant. But mostly she just didn't say anything. I know, but I just don't know why she was there if she wasn't really adding anything.
Because she has to be part of it.
I know.
But she wasn't like her heel Stephanie self.
Everybody was afraid that she was going to be out there on commentary so that she could be in the match.
Oh yeah.
Which ended up not being the case. Which is surprising considering they had 12 slots.
Could you imagine? Spoiler, she doesn't win it. Or she doesn't enter it either.
Yeah.
But imagine if Stephanie entered the first Women's Royal Rumble and won it.
Yeah.
What if James, before they released him, James Ellsworth entered the Women's Royal Rumble and won the first one? Holy moly! How mad!
They also didn't do this, but what I was like, I was like, if they do something, if they can't resist being WWE about it, something I would.
That's like the perfect way of just.
Yeah, something I would have been
WWE about it.
Yeah, something I would have been okay with is Santino Marella.
Oh yeah.
Returning as Santina Marella.
Yeah.
Which is a terrible gimmick.
It?
No.
Okay.
No, that he did where he cross-dressed and won the women's title. It was terrible. But entering as Santina Marella and all the women in the Rumble just stopping and staring at him and then just turfing him immediately.
That would have been great.
As a very symbolic, like, we've moved past this kind of thing.
Yeah.
That said, just not doing it at all, probably better.
Probably way better.
So yeah, no Ellsworth, no Santino Marella. Yeah, this was a lot of fun. Oh yes, Charlotte and Alexa Bliss, the respective champions, are out at ringside because they wouldn't have had a match tonight because that would have just pulled more people out of the Rumble. So
there were great shots of like whenever like one of the there was a surprise return or something, and they show Charlotte and Alexa, and Charlotte's like smiling, and Alexa just looks really bored. It's pretty funny. It was making me laugh every time they showed her. She's just like, I don't want to be like her character would be like, right?
Yeah. So your number 1 and 2 entrants. Number 1, Sasha Banks.
Yes.
Number 2, Becky Lynch.
Yes.
Oh no! Just seeing them at positions 1 and 2 is like, ooh, this is
But the way
scary.
it should have started.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I wanted Becky to win. For the record, that's what I said ahead of time. I was like, I hope Becky wins.
I mean, leading into this, you knew there was only going to be one winner, and you're all thinking it right now. Even if you didn't watch the Royal Rumble, I think you know.
See, we'll get to that, but I didn't think that they would do that.
I thought they would. I was just like, it's pretty much guaranteed. And I was fine with it. Like they've been building the storyline.
Yeah, fair. Becky and Sasha fight. It's good because Becky and Sasha are good.
They are very good.
Number 3.
Becky needs to do more, hopefully, this year.
I hope so.
What's it called when you make someone laugh? Corpsing?
Oh, corpsing, yeah.
There's a great moment of her and Sammy were a team on the Mixed Match Challenge.
The Mixed Match Challenge stuff has been so funny.
Yeah, and there's a backstage interview because, spoiler alert, Sammy and Becky lose. And Sammy makes Becky corpse. Because it's just the way he talks.
Have you seen the preamble bit where someone has like delivery for Becky and it's from Sammy and it's like, hey, please, please wear this tonight. Yeah. And it's one of his hats. And she puts it on and then just starts acting like a total asshole to random backstage security people and stuff. And then she rips the hat off and she's like, oh my God.
What was that?
Like as if it's the hat that's making Sammy into an insufferable dick.
Remember that video of Becky trying to open up the can of pineapples?
Oh my God.
Yeah. One of the greatest promos of 2017.
I am currently in a losing battle with a tin opener.
That was pretty great.
It's so good.
It was last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, they fight. Number 3, Sarah Logan.
Yep.
One of the Riot Squad.
She's the backwoods one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's the bear hunter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
From the South.
Bear Grylls.
Yeah, well,
Not quite Bear Grylls.
not quite, no.
I just wanted to say bear. This is the first name I could think of, though.
Fair
like
enough.
Duck Hunters, Duck
Yeah.
Dynasty,
Yeah.
Duck Hunters.
Duckmen. Like that great cartoon show, Duckmen.
Love the Duckmans. Remember, Duckman was a show,
Yeah.
wasn't it? Yeah, it was really good, too.
Duckman was a show,
Duckman
yeah.
was a good show, yeah. I totally forgot about that show.
Yeah.
It was ahead of its time, too, wasn't it?
It really was.
It was one of those shows?
It was a very Adult Swim show.
Yeah.
No eliminations yet. Number 4, Mandy Rose
Yep.
from Absolution, which is Paige's stable. Paige has a career-ending injury and basically won't wrestle ever again.
Well, she won't be cleared by WWE to wrestle.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Because she just returned with her cronies. She wasn't even on this show. It didn't appear.
Sucks, man.
Really sucks.
I was excited to see her back, too.
Yeah. Absolution's using her
Music.
Well,
Paige still comes out on Raw and stuff.
yeah, I know. Yeah. It's weird that she wasn't here, even like pointing them to the ring or something.
Mm-hmm.
Number 5, Lita. Yeah. Hey, surprise return from Lita.
Yeah.
Huge reaction.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing a lot of this over the course of this match. Lita, big history in the WWE from some years prior. Originally debuted
With S.A. Rios.
Thank you.
Yeah.
With S.A. Rios.
S.A. Rios, man. Yep.
Who were they? Who was that person?
S.A. Rios? He was a cruiserweight.
Right.
Did a big moonsault as a finisher. I don't know why I still remember that, but I do.
Right, and because she still does the moonsault as her finisher. Lita best remembered from her time with the Hardys, Matt and Jeff Hardy, the 3 of whom were Team Extreme.
That's what I remember from.
Yeah,
I missed all the Edge stuff.
Lita and the Hardys as Team Extreme, were a much beloved time in the WWE. And then so the Edge stuff was. Lita was involved romantically with Matt Hardy, like for actual real, and then she cheated on him with Edge, actually for real, and then they decided to use that in a storyline.
It's a very good storyline.
It's a good storyline, but it's like, little real there. By the way, Lita cheated on Matt with Edge. Matt got fired. How does that work? Anyway,
Because we don't know the whole story, Graham.
That culminated.
Maybe he freaked out backstage and did something wrong.
Probably.
It's probably why he got fired.
That culminated in the.
There was a cool bit though when Matt Hardy came back when they made it a storyline and he attacked Edge and called him Adam, which is his real name. Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's like, Adam, you piece of crap. Yeah, I'm gonna kill you. It's pretty.
This is why Edge, by the way, is the nickname the Rated R Superstar. Because he won
I've seen this.
Yeah, he won a title match, and then they had the live sex celebration where he and Lita boned down in a bed in the middle of the ring.
This is as bad as it sounds.
It was really stupid.
It was awful.
It was really, really stupid.
Wrestling!
It's really stupid.
Wasn't good.
No.
Anyway, Lita flips around a bit.
Anyway,
does a moonsault.
Yeah, Lita's great.
See it. Yep, Lita's great.
Does not amazing on commentary.
No.
But it was nice to see her back. Oh, and she eliminates Mandy Rose.
Yeah.
Number 6, Kairi Sane. Yeah.
Pirate.
The Pirate Princess, Kairi Sane.
Yeah. I thought this gimmick was stupid the first time I saw it, but it's growing on me.
I need to have a talk about my least favorite part of this whole match.
Oh shit.
I need to talk to Michael Cole.
Yeah.
I know that you're being told to say these things.
Yeah.
But Kairi Sane, the Pirate Princess, is in the match.
Yeah.
She's beating people up. She's doing her amazing elbow drop. This astounding elbow drop. Can you imagine if Batista, when Batista was in WWE, if
Paint me a picture, Graham.
if the commentary had said, Dave Bautista, a fan of veterinary medicine, hence his nickname, The Animal.
Oh, right! Yeah, no, I know what you're getting at.
Because Michael Cole introduces Kairi Sane on commentary and says, she's a big fan of boating, hence the Pirate Princess nickname. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Characters need backstories.
She can just be the Pirate Princess.
She was born on a boat.
They can just have nicknames.
Her parents were pirates.
Why is Randy Orton the Viper?
Because his parents were snakes.
Because he's a genetically modified snake.
He's got a little tail. If you ever saw him in full Orton.
Why is Jerry Lawler the king? Oh, he's a monarchist.
Yes.
Like,
Hell yeah, dude.
she can just be the Pirate Princess.
No, she has
you
to
don't
like
have to
boats.
explain it. And if you desperately feel you have to explain it, don't make it sound so lame. She's a fan of boating.
You know what would have been better? She dresses like this because she really likes making those ships in little bottles.
Oh my God.
And then they could shoot vignettes of her doing the little... How do they even do that, by the way? Do you know? Do they actually reach into the bottle?
Yeah,
When I was a kid, I thought they built the boat and then just fused the bottle around it.
I think that's the cheap way to do it, yeah.
Oh, really? Do they actually do that?
I think there's different. I believe the intent is that you build it in the bottle, and the challenge is part of the fulfillment. Yeah. But I believe that ones you can buy, they just seal the.
What if they do? What if Kairi Sane's gimmick going forward is kind of like the casket match?
She has to put you in a bottle.
Yeah.
Just when you describe someone as being a big fan of boating.
She really likes boats.
I just
she gets real excited when you mention boats.
I imagine someone in a school tie eating cucumber sandwiches, watching a regatta on an English canal.
Cucumber sandwiches.
I love boating.
I love wrestling and boating. What do I do?
It's the dumbest.
I still like the casket match idea. Fuck yeah.
I'm just astounded.
Put you in the bottle.
I'm astounded Corey let that sit there. You'd figure Corey Graves would have been all over Michael for that one.
Corey Graves,
All-Star,
has had actual beef, I guess, with Booker T lately.
I don't think it's real.
You don't think it's real?
I don't think so.
Because apparently Booker T threatened Corey Graves on a podcast.
Yeah, but I
don't think it's real?
Everyone seems to think that it's just Booker messing around.
Yeah, I can see that.
I don't know.
It seems real.
Yeah.
We've worked ourselves into a shoot.
I think we have.
Or shooted ourselves into a work. Mm-hmm. One or the other.
I'm just so mad about. She's a big fan of boating.
Big fan of boats. Fuck yeah, she loves boats. When you look at her,
No, not just boats. That's the
boating.
thing. Yeah. Boats is
Don't get her,
I like boats. You go watch boats. You collect boat things or read books about boats or whatever. A fan of boating.
The act of boating.
Yeah.
Very specific.
Yeah. Kairi Sane watching regattas.
Tell you what, if we ever do, people always link us the tabletop wrestling
RPG, yeah.
RPG.
We have heard of it.
My character is definitely going to love fucking boating. I'll tell you that much. If we ever play it, it's going to be a pirate.
Number 7, Tamina.
Yeah, Tamina. She's still around.
Yeah. Lita hits Tamina with a DDT. It's a twist of fate on Sasha Banks. Twist of fate to Becky. And then hits Banks and Becky with a moonsault.
Yep.
Lita's perpetually terrifying looking moonsault. She's never missed it, but it always looks like she's about to.
Yeah.
She just sort of drifts backwards off the
She does
turnbuckle.
it goes really low.
Yeah.
It's really low. It's not like a Charlotte moonsault where she's like, boo! It's more of a boop.
Yeah.
More straightforward trajectory. Did you ever see that? Did you see that picture on Twitter of this is another aside, I'm sorry, but the poster of Dwayne Johnson's Skyscraper movie and the guy drew the trajectories.
Yeah.
of where he's-
They ran the numbers.
yeah.
How
It was
fast he'd
really
have to be running 28 miles per hour.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's like
I just
he'd
saw
have
the trajectories.
to make that, assuming he jumped from there and is aiming for the window, he'd have to be running at
Because
like...
on the poster, it looks like he's not making that jump. He's
exactly.
like,
they were like, he'd have to be running at like 27.3 miles per hour to make that jump, and Usain Bolt's fastest time is like 24 point something, so it's like...
what if at the end of the movie he fucking dies because he doesn't make the jump? And the poster was just telling the truth
just
the whole time.
biffs off the end of the...
He falls 30 stories down. Roll credits.
As he's falling.
Yeah. It'll be like
The credits are in a fixed position, and we just follow him as he scrolls past the
No,
credits.
it's like the God, what's the name of that movie with Leo DiCaprio, the dice, the spinning thing?
Inception.
It's like Inception. Did he fall? Did he hit?
Right.
Maybe it was a dream the whole time.
Lita eliminates Tamina, and then Becky eliminates Lita.
Yeah.
Number 8, Dana Brooke.
Yeah,
In
she's
with
here.
from Titus Worldwide. Yeah, bookkeeper. I think.
Man, I wish they would have kept doing Dana Brooke's self-help thing. Remember that gimmick when they
yeah.
had the random backstage segment where she was reading how to be a better you or something like that?
How to be your own mentor.
That's what it is.
Or something
Yeah.
like that. How to be your own... what was she to Charlotte? So does that with an A?
Protege?
Yes, how to be your own protege.
That's what it was, yeah. Man, I wish they kept going with that.
Dana Brooke eliminates Kairi Sane.
Boo. But now she can go boating.
Yeah. So, you know.
Win-win. Eliminate, you fool, you've activated my trap card. Now I get to go boating.
I wanted to be eliminated. Philadelphia, known for its boating. Number 9,
Yeah.
Tori Wilson.
Holy shit.
That I would not have called.
No.
Man, when was Tori Wilson around?
2000.
2001 through 2008.
Holy cool. Holy moly. She's a fitness instructor now.
Yep.
Doing online sessions, which they pointed out like 3 or 4 times.
Well, I think they pointed it out because she's 42 and looks astonished.
She's 42?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Yeah. So they were like, in case you're wondering, she's a fitness instructor.
Yeah.
I hope she gets some work out of it.
Yeah.
Tori Wilson, definitely from the dark ages of WWE's women's division. Tori Wilson and Stacy Keibler made their in-ring debut in a bra and panties match against Lita and Trish Stratus.
I'm so glad those are gone.
Yeah. So yeah, she was definitely from the period of time where it was like, well, you're hot. Can you wrestle? Well, I don't know. I've never tried. Don't care.
Too bad.
You're hired.
Yeah.
You know. But
That's kind of what happened with Sable too.
you know what
Does she
kind
like
of amazed me though
What's
is that everyone in this match who was from a previous era of wrestling, like, did a really good job
Did some stuff, yeah.
in this match,
They're all impressive. There's nobody who's like really bad.
which means that they were grotesquely underserved previously
just
by
eye
people
candy?
just not caring about the
Yeah.
women's division.
Yep.
So glad we're here now. Sucks it took so long.
It took way too long.
Yeah. Tori Wilson eliminates Dana Brooke,
Yep.
which is sweet. Number 10, Sonya Deville.
Put your hair up and square up. That's her thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like that. She's
She does that on
she's
Twitter.
the former
Hashtag former MMA. There's a lot of former MMA fighters coming into WWE. Because there's that Shayna Baszler
Yeah.
in NXT, who had a really good match with Ember Moon on TakeOver. By the way.
Sonya hits some big knees to Sarah Logan and Tori Wilson and kicks Wilson off the ring apron. Tori Wilson is eliminated.
Yep.
Number 11, Liv Morgan.
Is that the Absolution one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, sorry. Sonya Deville from Absolution and Liv Morgan from the Riot Squad?
No. Oh wait, Mandy Rose is the
From
Absolution. I get Liv
She's-
Morgan and Mandy Rose mixed up.
Mandy Rose is already in. We talked about the alternate universes of Raw and SmackDown, right?
the same storyline running it parallel.
Yeah.
It's just 3 with 6 different people.
Number 12, Molly Holly.
Yes! Dude, there's a great video of the wrestling school that Molly Holly teaches at.
Yes.
And they didn't know that she was going to be in it, and they were just watching it.
Yeah.
And then she got what they call the Road Warrior pop. So it was pretty great. It was good. I liked seeing Molly Holly again. She was really good with the Hurricane.
Right, of course. Yeah, she did stuff with the Hurricane. She was also in TNA for a while.
Yep. Was she?
Yeah.
I just squeaked real bad there, but she wasn't in TNA?
Yeah, she
like in their Knockouts division or whatever it's called?
oh no, sorry. Sorry. It's because she won a women's title. But I'm just checking her Wikipedia real quick. She won a women's title by defeating Gail Kim.
Oh, right.
But that was actually on Raw. That was the brief period of time where Gail Kim was actually in WWE.
Did Gail Kim retire?
I think so.
I've always heard about her. I've never really watched her. Mm-hmm. Heard she was really good, though.
Yes, she was. Gail Kim was terrific.
Molly did the flippy thing.
Yeah, she did a, yeah.
Can't remember what it was called. Molly Go Round.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
There you go.
A suplex, she hits a suplex on Becky. She dumped Sarah Logan out. So Molly Holly eliminated Sarah Logan, who's big. And then, she does the Molly Go Round? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, the Molly Go Round.
That's good.
Yeah.
Number 13, Lana?
Yep.
Sure.
Big Rusev Day chant.
Yeah. Lana, she tried to make Lana Day, I think.
Future reference, can we stop? Can we just cheer for the women? Rather than just...
Yeah.
It's like when AJ
nice?
Lee used to be around and she could CM Punk chants all the time.
Yeah. Oh, can you imagine if AJ had returned?
Ugh. Yeah, I mean, it would have been great, but I just
amazing.
mean the CM Punk chants.
In Philly? Yeah, they wouldn't have been able to
unreal.
control themselves.
Yeah.
I just don't think Lana's very interesting in the ring. I miss her as Rusev's manager.
Yeah.
Who's she aligned with now?
Nobody. She's on her own, I think.
Well,
Isn't she part of that welcoming committee thing? They're still doing that.
are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They dropped it for a while, but then in the Clash of Champions episode, we were like, oh, they're doing the welcoming committee again.
Yeah.
All right.
It's back.
It's back.
Welcome. We made you cupcakes.
Number 14.
And a suplex.
Holy crap. Michelle McCool.
Yeah, this one didn't. This one went right over my head because I didn't know who she was.
Man.
She's
Okay.
way taller than everyone else, though. Holy
Michelle
cow.
McCool's super tall.
Isn't this Undertaker's wife?
Yes.
Yeah.
Married to The Undertaker, former Women's and Divas champion. Former tag team partner of Layla as Team Lay Cool.
For real?
Yeah. They were the ones who did that whole terrible Piggy James angle.
Oh, right.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
She was a...
Well, I mean, they didn't do it.
No,
WWE
I know.
did it.
But, I mean, she was... They were
Alright.
in that angle.
Yeah.
Came from Divas Search.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, remember the Divas Search?
Vaguely.
The Divas Search was a yearly contest that they would do that was basically just like a beauty and fitness contest. Be like, let's find the next diva. WWE for a period of time ran through this cycle of like, run this terrible reality TV show where women vie to be divas, which is what they used to call the women's wrestlers, and then bring them on, not give them enough training or care about their storylines, have them not be very impressive in the ring or give them anything interesting to do, have them pose for a Playboy, and then fire them. It was bad.
Not a good look.
Yeah. But Michelle McCool,
Yep.
to her credit, stuck around for quite a while, improved greatly in the ring. Like, wasn't amazing when she started, but improved greatly. Ended up being quite well respected. Her finisher, the Faith Breaker, known to others as the Styles Clash.
Oh, really?
Yeah, her finisher was the Styles Clash.
Damn.
Yeah, which at the time people were like, "Hey," but she again because you mentioned how tall she is,
Yeah.
so it helps her do it safely.
Okay.
But yeah, when she does it, it's called the Faith Breaker. So Michelle McCool, two-time Divas champ, two-time Women's champ, and #1 female wrestler on the PWI Female 50 in 2010.
Damn. #1 on PWI? That's the holy grail. That's like looking at your rank. But now I guess the new is the new PWI the ranking on the WWE video game? Is the PWI still a thing?
I have no idea.
Do they still do Wrestlers of the Year?
I don't know. You mentioned the can we not just cheer for the women? There was like a very small little like Undertaker chant when Michelle McCool was in the ring, but not much.
Not much.
Which was impressive.
Yeah.
I think people were just sort of surprised to see her. Michelle McCool eliminates Sonya Deville and Liv Morgan.
Yep.
And Molly Holly.
Boo.
Michelle McCool cleaning house.
Yeah.
And
Got that Undertaker rub.
yeah, then
Make Michelle McCool look strong.
Lana attacks her, and then she eliminates Lana. Holy wow, Michelle McCool with 4 eliminations.
Yep.
I hadn't read these notes since I wrote them down. He said, pretending he wrote these notes. Number 15,
Yeah.
Ruby Riott.
Yep.
Good,
She's here.
Riott.
Right?
She when she came to the main roster, she got an extra T.
Yes. Sets her apart, damn it.
Yeah. One of the biggest pops of the night, number 16, Vicky Guerrero.
I've said this before. I missed all of this. I know
know.
she's like a heat-seeking magnet.
Oh my god.
But God, this is annoying.
It's so good.
I hated it. I hated every moment of it.
Good.
But that's what's supposed to happen, right? Like,
Yeah. Vicky,
just thinking about it.
I mean, that's the point, right? Like, Vicky Guerrero is just awful, right? She was the general manager of SmackDown for some years. So, like, by all accounts, it shouldn't have worked out for her as well as it did.
Yeah.
Right? Vicky Guerrero was Eddie Guerrero's wife.
Mm-hmm.
And was, from time to time, involved in some sort of storylines.
I don't know. Like, I actually missed all
Well, there's
of
the
this.
infamous ladder match where she missed her cue, and then you can hear Eddie in the ring yelling like, "Where the F was Vicky?" And he's like really mad because she like missed a cue from where she was supposed to be for her spot. But after Eddie died, heart he was on steroids.
Yeah.
And it was bad for the heart.
Well, like steroids and alcohol. It was
Steroids
a mixture
and
of...
painkillers.
Yeah.
It was a chemical soup in there, and it was not good.
Nope.
And it sucks because Eddie was terrific.
Eddie was awesome.
So after that, they sort of like, I think they might have felt partially responsible and gave her employment, as like an on-screen character for a while. And it's like, oh, okay, sure. And it turns out she was amazing at it.
Yeah.
I love that she was still wearing her cougar necklace.
Yeah.
Because for a while when she was general manager of SmackDown, she was involved with Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, right.
Right. And
Her and Edge, too, right?
Yeah. And she would coog on the wrestlers to like, be like the evil general manager, but like if you could sleep with her, then you could get the title shots kind of thing. Right? And her thing was that she would yell, "Excuse me," to make the crowd listen to her because she was in charge and demanded, And by all accounts, by the way, a delightful woman. Apparently, like people who've worked with her and interviews with her after the fact, apparently just a sweetheart. But her character is just this harpy, just this shrill harpy. But man, one of the reactions of the night when she says, "Excuse me," and the roof comes off.
Yeah.
And all she did was come out into the ring, yell "Excuse me" to the other women, all of whom stopped and chucked her, eliminated her immediately.
Yep.
But it was really, really funny.
Yep.
Number 17, Carmella. As Vicky's going back up as Vicky's leaving, Carmella's coming in, and Vicky takes Carmella's briefcase and clonks her over the head with it.
Yeah.
And just like takes Carmella out basically. And so the competitors in the match continue to fight. Number 18, Natalya.
Yes.
Carmella trips Natalya with the ring apron as she gets in the ring. And then Carmella's now in the ring for proper.
How sweet would it have been if Carmella cashed in?
Just like...
Right, at this point, during the Rumble. There's a part of me that thought that she was going to do it.
Can you do that? Can you just be
know, you
like...
can cash in
Can you just be like, the Rumble is now for the title?
Well, no.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, like, the chance we're both at ringside.
Yeah.
What if she just attacked one?
Yeah.
Like, goes to put her briefcase down near the announce table? Because both the girls were sitting there. And just attacks Charlotte, cashes in. I mean... I don't think they were going to do it, but it was a possibility. It would have been different.
That'd have been pretty
Cash
cool.
in during the Royal Rumble, the first ever Women's Royal Rumble.
Number 19, Kelly.
Whoosh. There's another one that went right over my head.
Oh, the girl's so nice, they named her twice. Her real name, by the way, is Barbie Blank, and I don't know why that wasn't her ring name. Yeah, Barbara Blank.
Barbara Blank.
Yeah.
That's a great wrestling name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why that wasn't her ring name. Yeah, Kelly debuted. This is probably the worst one. Kelly debuted on WWE's short-lived and ill-thought third brand ECW
Right.
in a segment called the Extreme Expose, where she stripped. That was it. She just stripped because it was extreme.
Yes.
It was you didn't see anything obviously because it was TV, and so she would like take off her bra but cover her boobs and then just leave.
Yeah.
And then it became a storyline where her pretend boyfriend Mike Knox would like run in and cover her up with a towel and get mad that she was getting nude because Mike Knox was a heel, and of course the crowd wants to see the hot girl naked, and so then they get mad at Mike Knox.
Yeah. Okay. I see where you're going.
Yeah.
It doesn't sound that interesting.
No, it wasn't great.
Yeah.
And then it was that was Kelly's expose, and then Extreme Expose was a three-piece group with Kelly and Layla, who herself managed to get out of this funk and was a multi-time women's champion and did a really good job. And Brooke, who she was in TNA as Ms. Tessmacher. I forgot about that.
This name doesn't even ring a bell.
No, she was not in WWE for as long as the other two.
Oh, okay.
And then, eventually she came to the main roster. And again, this was from like a really dark period. Like she was a model.
Oh, okay.
And this was when they hired women's talent by looking through modeling agency portfolios. And they were like, oh, she's hot. We'll get her in here. And they're like, you ever had any interest in wrestling? Nope. Okay, well, you're a wrestler.
Here's a
now.
bunch of money.
Yeah,
You're a
exactly.
wrestler. Like, all right.
So it's like, okay. She held the Divas title once.
Dark days.
Yeah, she held the Divas title once. Kelly was never astonishing in the ring, if I'm honest.
Yep.
But
I mean, not everybody can be.
no. But I mean, that was not
How was her character?
amazing either. Like the thing is, her character was a bimbo. Like her character started as an exhibitionist, and then when they dropped that, all they had left over was that she's blonde and really hot. And to be fair, she was really hot, and she still is. But it's like that was her whole thing.
That was it.
It was her whole thing.
But I mean, to be fair, in
was
that
the-
time, that's as far as a lot of those.
Yeah, she
The
had
women's
like
storylines
Farrah Fawcett feathered hair and a big pearly white smile, and she was the all-American blonde, and people liked her because she was a smiley, hot blonde, and that's all that you needed.
Jesus. I'm so glad where we're at right now.
Yeah.
This is much more interesting.
It looked like she was going to enter and get eliminated immediately, but she grabbed the ropes. Like it looked like Natalya was just going to fling her right out, but she grabbed the ropes. Natalya instead tosses Michelle McCool.
Yep.
Michelle McCool,
So
Royal Rumble powerhouse.
Natalya technically eliminated The Undertaker.
The Undertaker of the women's division, sure.
Yes.
Number 20,
Dude, how
Naomi.
sweet it would have been if she came out like The Undertaker's entrance. I guess that
Really slowly.
wouldn't stop people from. I guess to my point of why are we chanting for.
Yeah, exactly.
I
Yeah,
guess I'm just making
ruined
the
it.
problem worse.
yeah,
Sorry.
it's okay. Number 20, Naomi
Yep.
comes out. Her kicks her weird, dumb bicycle kicks actually looked pretty okay this time.
They've been looking better and better.
Yeah.
Than the first time I saw them. I remember the first time I saw them, I was like,
Where she's just sort of jumping and the other person's going, "Oh, I think you're hitting me."
Yeah.
Looks like she's
Stop it.
really connecting.
I'm just going to move my legs like this. And if
Yeah.
you get in my way, it's your own fault.
Disaster. My girl, Becky Lynch,
Yeah.
eliminated by Ruby Riott.
Yep.
Bummer. Becky deserved better than
Local
being
man
eliminated
upset at
before the
wrestling.
last 10 people were even in. Number 21. Holy crap. Jacqueline.
Hell yeah, dude. She was sweet. I really like Jacqueline.
Okay,
back in the
so
day.
you remember
She's
Jacqueline, all right.
legitimately tough. She was around like in the, late 90s, early 2000s. There's that gap from like 2002 to like 2010 that I didn't watch wrestling at all.
Yeah.
So I missed a lot of that stuff.
Women's champion. She was
The
a.
Hall of Fame last year.
Yeah, she's in the Hall of Fame. Two-time women's champ. One-time cruiserweight champ.
Yep.
Also the first black women's champion.
Yep.
And 54, by the way.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy moly.
Also moving amazingly well.
God damn, dude.
Yeah.
I can only be so lucky.
Yeah. No kidding.
Oof. I
And,
don't know what Adam's going to look like at 54 years old, but
Jacqueline's been through her own rigmarole of terrible storylines, including a match at Capital Carnage, I want to say, which was a UK only pay-per-view that they did at one point, where it was a mixed tag match where she had her top ripped off.
For real?
But like it was intentional. It was right. This was during the right to censor.
Oh, I remember those guys.
Yeah, so it was her.
The Godfather? No, The Godfather was in Right to Censor.
Yeah, The Good Father.
The Good Father.
I think you mean. Yeah, I don't want to look too deeply into it. I think Ivory was on the other.
Yeah, Ivory was in the Right to Censor.
But anyway, yeah, she had her actual top ripped off because it was like this was when the WWE, WWF was trying to be really edgy, and it was like, oh look, tits.
Trying very hard to.
So yeah,
trying their hardest to be edgy, like teleports behind you, edgy.
Yeah. So yeah, Jacqueline's in and doing some good stuff. Number 22, Nia Jax.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
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 You're in trouble. Everyone's in trouble.
And she gets in the ring.
Didn't this happen last time? Oh no, I guess there's no last time in the Royal Rumble, but every time Nia Jax is in a match, everyone just gangs up on her.
Well, that's how not to put too fine a point on the comparison, that's how everyone deals with the Big Show in the Men's Rumble, right?
Speaking of which, there's no Big Show in the Royal Rumble this year.
No, but the Big Show's never won.
Man, remember the pop he got in San Antonio?
Yeah.
When me and Graham were at the Royal Rumble last year, Big Show had like one of the biggest pops.
People love Big Show.
It was crazy.
He's a big guy.
Yeah.
But everyone just gangs up on him because how you can't.
How are you supposed to eliminate
one-on-one over the top rope?
Yeah.
No. So
there's no chance.
Nia Jax gets in, immediately eliminates Jacqueline and Kelly.
Yeah.
Ruby Riott goes after Jax. Jax just picks her up in a press slam and just like dumps her over the turnbuckle and then just flips her out. So Nia Jax eliminates Jacqueline, Kelly, and Ruby Riott.
Nia Jax has gotten like a lot better.
Yeah.
Both as a character and as an in-ring performer, I feel like.
Naomi does the body kicks to Nia Jax that I mentioned. Number 23, NXT Women's Champion Ember Moon.
Yes. Sporting some arm tape, I think.
Yeah, she's got arm tape from her match at TakeOver.
Yeah. She got put in an armbar for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It was actually pretty awesome. It's better than it sounds. I usually explain, she's in an armbar for like 20 minutes. That sounds boring as shit. I was like, no. It was interesting and very intense. I like Ember Moon a lot. Yeah. I like I think you mentioned it last time when we did the bonus episode, but she's just a werewolf.
Yeah.
She's essentially just a werewolf.
She's a werewolf.
Yeah.
Why not?
She got a cool gimmick. She got a sweet finisher.
Yeah.
She's got a unique look.
Oh, right. Sorry. Just before Ember Moon enters, Nia Jax throws Naomi out of the ring.
Oh, right.
And Naomi lands on the previously eliminated women, her feet not touching the floor, and gets to the barricade.
Yeah.
So while Ember Moon is entering, Naomi basically tightrope walks around the barricade to the timekeeper's area, gets Maria Menounos to get out of her seat, puts her feet on the seat of Maria's chair, drags herself by her hands over to the ring steps, and gets back on the ring steps, very Kofi Kingston style, and gets back in the ring and immediately eliminated by Nia Jax. Like she jumps at Nia, who catches her and dumps her out.
Yeah. It was good though.
It was really fun.
There's actually a really funny video I saw of somebody sped it up and then played like the Benny Hill theme song.
Yakety sax.
Yeah. It was pretty funny.
I was pumped for this one. This was my guess. Number 24, Beth Phoenix.
Yeah, she's swinging.
Beth Phoenix is great.
Yeah.
I really liked Beth Phoenix. Her ring entrance was always super cool. She'd get in the ring and then sit on the turnbuckle facing the audience and do like a pose, and then she'd grab the ropes and flip over backwards, and she's exactly the right height that she flips and just goes and just lands standing in the ring. It looked really like imposing. Just like poof, I'm here now. And yeah, she was always like really like really buff. She was one of the few women who's been in a men's Royal Rumble match.
Yep.
Those women being China.
Didn't she eliminate Great Khali one
She
year?
eliminated the Great Khali. Yep.
Yeah.
And
The Punjabi Playboy.
yeah. And
Remember that time when Great Khali showed up last year? Randomly? And then held Jinder's title?
I think that was a mass hallucination.
Yeah, that's fair. He got into boating.
She gets in Naya's face, and the crowd.
Oh yeah,
like,
this is
awesome,
great.
Jen."
Yeah,
that was really cool.
This is probably one of the best parts about the whole thing. And when like trying to lift her, and you know she couldn't, in air quotations. Like I'm pretty sure Beth could have lifted her, but
Natalya, who had not been previously eliminated, jumps back in, and they both attack Nia Jax and knock her out of the ring, but only through the second rope.
yeah,
Not eliminated. Beth Phoenix and Natalya have a history.
yes,
They were a tag team known as Pin Up Strong.
that's a good name.
Yeah.
I like that name.
Because their whole thing, it was a very like Rosie the Riveter kind of thing to it, where it's basically like we can be beautiful and
strong,
and really strong and tough.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like I have super defined arm muscles and my shoulders look like they could kill you with a thought, but I'm still attractive.
My shoulders have a roadmap on them.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so they sort of, for a while there, they were like top of the women's card on SmackDown.
That's cool. That's a good name for a tag team. Hell yeah.
And so they hug. It's great. It's like, oh God, long-term storytelling, the reunion of Beth Phoenix and Natalya. And then Natalya slaps Beth Phoenix and chucks her over the top rope.
It's pretty great.
Which is so perfect for both, like, seeing them be excited and hug is like, that's so cool. And then seeing Natalya immediately turn on Beth and chuck her is like, that's great for
very
Natalya.
Natalya, yeah.
Number 25, Asuka's gonna kill you.
Yeah.
It's Asuka.
Dude, I love Asuka's entrance so much.
I just love that Carmella just takes off.
Yeah.
Asuka gets in the ring, Carmella's like, later.
Yeah, see you
just
later.
gets out. This is great also. Ember Moon gets back in the ring.
Yeah.
And Asuka sees her. And now we haven't covered it on this show, but Asuka and Ember Moon had a big, long-running feud in NXT for the title, which Ember Moon was never able to get because Asuka vacated the NXT title undefeated. And so Asuka sees her and is like, "Oh, hey, look at you! Oh, does your arm hurt?" Has this really great facial reaction of like, "Oh, you look like you've had an interesting
Did you
time."
see the video of because Miz and Asuka were partners in the mixed match challenge, and Miz they're cutting a promo and Miz starts speaking Japanese.
Yeah, and Asuka's facial expression just like, "Oh no, this is not working."
It's actually good. Like it sounded good.
Yeah, it was fine.
I don't know what it was like to someone who actually speaks Japanese, but
Moon hits a Hurricane Rana on Asuka, but then Asuka puts her over the ropes and then slams the bad arm on the top rope, and everyone goes flying out.
Yep.
Number 26, Mickie James, who is still an active wrestler.
It's impressive as hell.
Yeah,
She's been around so long.
Been around for a really, really long time. She hits a neck breaker on Sasha Banks. Sasha Banks is still in the match, just as an FYI. The Iron Woman of this match.
Yeah.
Without question, Sasha Banks.
That's awesome.
Number 27, Nikki Bella.
You can look, but you can't touch.
Stars above.
That's actually the only part I know too.
Something in your eyes. That's all I know. Nikki Bella, what? Haven't seen her since WrestleMania.
Yep.
Since she accepted John Cena's proposal to get married.
I guess her neck's okay. That's good.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was.
Because she was in this match for a while, and she was getting beat up and stuff. So.
Yeah, and in fact takes out Carmella.
Yeah.
Time expires. Number 28. Brie Bella. What?
Yeah, Brie
This was
Bella.
a huge surprise.
She just had a baby.
Yeah.
She looks great.
I thought she had completely retired.
Yeah.
But no, the Bella twins, both of them.
Yeah.
Big surprise to see both of them back,
Yeah.
particularly Brie. Loud yes chants. She brought that on herself.
Yeah,
to be
she
fair.
does it.
She got in the ring.
I'm
she
not
did
going
the,
to be complaining about that one because she does it.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
She brings that on herself.
You brought this on yourself, Brie Bella.
She does the knees to Asuka and Sasha Banks. She does like the the S kicks.
Yeah.
Number
They're actually called the It Kicks. Graham.
Thank you, The Miz. Number 29, it's Bayley.
Yep. Yeah, it's Bayley.
It's Bayley.
I mean, what could have been the John Cena of the women's division?
Yeah.
I wonder what kind of merch she moves still.
Probably pretty good.
You think so?
I think so.
You never really see a lot of it.
I don't see a lot of wrestling merch day to day.
Yeah, it's true. But in the crowd, though, like when they're at shows. Remember the little Bayley girl? The girl who used to dress like her? Mm-hmm. You don't see her around anymore.
There was literally a post on the Squared Circle subreddit today.
Oh, yeah?
That apparently she's like appearing as a personality at a wrestling con, and all the comments are just like shitting all over it, just like her dad's such a fucking mark, and just like
Oh, really?
just the comments feel that she is being exploited by her father.
Yeah. That's
She's
depressing.
11.
Jesus, Graham.
I don't know.
I was just trying to remember a cute little girl dressed as Bayley.
Those are still good times.
And you had to bring real life into it.
I'm sorry. I mean, yeah, we're like number 29, Bayley, right? Like, I guess we're hoping for like a John Cena-esque number 29, you know, sort of performance out of Bayley, but she doesn't really do a lot.
Nope.
Which is kind of sad.
Who could number 30 be?
Number 30. So, the Royal Rumble, earlier in the day, we heard the Women's Royal Rumble was going on last. And for ages beforehand, we'd heard rumors that WWE had worked out a deal with one Ronda Rousey.
Yep.
After appearing at WrestleMania a couple years ago and fighting Stephanie McMahon.
Hip tossed her.
Yeah. There were rumors that Ronda Rousey would be joining the Women's Royal Rumble. When asked by one of the absolutely irritatingly asshole reporters from TMZ, she said no. In fact, she was going to film a movie in Colombia, I think. And that she would it'd be fun to work with WWE, but she was not going to be part of the Royal Rumble. But then when the match was going to be on last in the show, everyone was like, oh, that means they must have something big.
Yeah.
That means it must be Ronda Rousey. Number 30, Trish Stratus.
Hell yeah. I've said hell yeah way too many times this podcast. I gotta stop.
So good. Trish Stratus, really an instrumental figure in the women's division being taken seriously.
Yeah, her and Lita were like the big ones. They were the first to main event to Raw.
Yeah.
They did a ladder match, I think.
Yeah.
I think Trish was always pushing for stuff like that. Like, when can we do a cage match? When can we do a ladder match?
Yeah.
Can we do this stuff and that stuff?
Trish, like many of the women I've talked about today, started very much as eye candy. There was the ridiculous storyline leading into WrestleMania X7, where Linda McMahon was in a medically induced coma.
Yeah.
And being
Wrestling.
pushed around catatonic in a wheelchair by
The
Vince.
pop she got when she actually stood up was awesome.
That was amazing. Yeah. And so it was like Trish was basically Vince's mistress, and they'd like
Vince used to like make out with Trish.
in front of comatose Linda. I think on comatose Linda at one point.
Yeah.
This was a very stupid storyline.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
But yeah.
But Graham, everything from the Attitude Era was the best. It was the golden age of wrestling.
At that point, Trish was basically cleavage in a cowboy hat.
Yeah.
But then she started having actual matches, and people were like, holy crap, this is actually good.
Yeah.
And was really, like I said, instrumental in the entire notion of the women's division of WWE actually being taken seriously.
Yeah.
And there was a slump in the middle in the Divas Search days, like I mentioned.
Yeah.
Trish is owed a lot of props for soldiering through the dark hours. Mm-hmm. And it's amazing to see her back, and holy shit, she hasn't lost a step.
Nope. She looked good this whole match.
Yeah. She hits
the whole time she's in there.
a double stratisfaction on both the Bella twins. They clear the ring, and then Mickie James steps into the ring, and they have a great exchange. Because Mickie James, when she returned, we talked about her on the show. That Mickie James' character debuted as a crazy stalker of Trish Stratus. Yeah. And so they have this amazing moment of recollection, exchanging glances. And Trish throws up 7.
Yeah.
Which is the number of times that they've fought. No, the number of times she's beaten
I think it's the number of times she beat her.
Mickey, I think it was. Because then she eliminates, spoilers, this is not spoilers, it's literally the next thing that happens. They fight, Trish eliminates Mickey and then holds up an 8.
Yeah.
I think it is. Yeah. And but yeah, this is a microcosm of why we love wrestling, because of this amazing ability to tell long-term stories like this.
Yeah.
Just when Mickey gets in the ring and they look at one another and you
Instantly everyone's
just,
like, oh, I remember.
all this like context
Yeah.
comes sweeping back. It's like, oh, they have a history.
Yeah.
Holy crap. The fact that Mickey's still on the roster is amazing.
Yeah.
But Mickey James is not able to defeat Trish today.
Nope.
Nia Jax is still in the match, gets back in the ring,
She's hanging out outside.
levels Trish. Everyone goes after Nia Jax. Asuka hits her with a spin kick. Everyone's trying to pull Jax over the top rope. It takes everyone involved to eliminate her, but Nia Jax is finally eliminated. And then Sasha Banks also just chucks Bayley out.
Yeah.
Just whoop. Oh, I guess Bayley's also out. Okay.
They're doing like this now. The storyline on Raw too. Like after this was Sasha fought Asuka and then lost, and then was like really upset about it. And then the next week Bayley, or like it's this week, Bayley fought Asuka and lost, and now Bayley and Sasha are like going back and forth about who is better, kind of thing. So I'm hoping Sasha goes heel soon. She's so much better as a heel.
Well, this was sort of like a early look at that.
Yeah.
Because for her like dumping out presumed fan favorite Bayley.
Yeah.
Even though you can't eliminate someone from the Royal Rumble with submission, Natalya puts Trish in a sharpshooter while she stares at the WrestleMania sign.
Yeah.
Trish breaks out of it and eliminates Natalya
Yeah, that's what you get.
by dumping her over. Now Banks gets up in Trish's face. Trish does the pose, does the boss pose.
Yeah.
And Trish goes for a Stratusfaction. Sasha Banks counters and eliminates Trish Stratus.
Yep.
That means we're now down to the final 4. Sasha Banks, Asuka, and both Bella
Bellas?
twins.
Yeah. And the Bellas? Question mark?
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Here comes that big Nikki Bella push.
Yeah. Asuka is suddenly behind Sasha Banks. There's a big Asuka's gonna kill you chant.
Yeah.
And they turn to see that it's just them and the Bellas. And
Same kind of thing they did with the men.
Yeah.
Like the new guard versus the old guard kind of thing.
Kinda, yeah. And so they all fight back and forth, and the Bellas team up and eliminate Sasha Banks.
Sasha's reaction when she gets eliminated is great too. Like good facial expression.
Yeah. She was in at number 1.
Yeah.
And she was still in the final 4.
Yeah.
That's really impressive. Like I said, the Iron Woman of the match, no question. Nikki gives Banks one of the loser forehead, the L. Like, what the...
It's 2018, Nikki. Let's go.
Yeah.
Everyone knows you dab on her. You don't give her the L.
Get TJP to show you how it's done. Twin Magic, Nikki and Bella.
I forgot about Twin Magic.
Nikki and Brie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it used to, when they debuted, we don't need to show this, Ben, don't worry. When they debuted, it was like only one of them, or like only one of them would look like they were competing in a ring, or in a match, and then when the ref was looking away, the tired one would like roll out and hide under the ring, and a fresh twin would roll back out.
A fresh Bella,
jump in.
straight from the what's the word I'm looking for? Mutagenic vat that they make them. Give me a fresh Bella.
But it had a name for it. They called it Twin Magic.
Yep.
And like one commentator would be like, "Oh, there's the Bellas with Twin Magic," and the other commentator would be like, "That's not a move. It's illegal. It's not a move. They're just cheating."
Yep. No, Graham, it's Twin Magic. It's not cheating if it's magic. Everyone knows that. Jeez.
So anyway.
It's like you don't even watch the show.
So Nikki and Brie are teaming up on Asuka, and they...
This never works out for anyone in the history of Asuka.
No. Because especially when it looks like they have Asuka on the ropes, and Nikki decides, okay, I can take it from here, and eliminates Brie. You idiot.
Yeah, you moron. You think you can take Asuka by yourself?
You should have done that. You should have gotten stuck with Brie until you got Asuka out of there.
Yeah.
So now it's down to Nikki Bella.
Nikki
and
Bella,
Asuka.
your character fucked up.
Yeah. See, now to be clear, at the beginning, I was like, well, you know, it was like, how are they gonna eliminate Asuka? And I'm like, well, the same way that they deal with Nia or the men's deal with Big Show or Kane, right? It's like Asuka comes in, she does a bunch of punchy kicky stuff, and then everyone teams up on Asuka and throws her out together, and then that doesn't make Asuka look any weaker because it took the whole roster to eliminate her, and that's totally fine.
Nope. You put
But
Asuka
when you're
over
down
the
to
entire roster.
when you're down to Asuka and Nikki Bella.
Yep. Asuka's gonna kill
I'm just saying
you.
Nikki Bella doesn't know how to do a snap kick. Yeah, Asuka just destroys Nikki.
It's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
I could actually watch Asuka just run roughshod on everyone for like another year. It'd be great.
And for the first ever Women's Royal Rumble champion and the second Japanese Royal Rumble champion of the night,
Yeah.
Asuka.
Yep.
Asuka's going to WrestleMania.
And then both the champions get in the ring.
But both the champions get in the ring.
And they're like, who
And
are
they're
you
like,
going to
so, who are you going to challenge at WrestleMania? And before Asuka can answer, music hits.
Joan Jett's bad reputation.
Joan Jett's bad reputation and Rowdy Ronda Rousey.
Apparently the jacket she was wearing was actually Roddy Piper's jacket.
Yeah.
That's cool as shit.
Yeah, his family gave it to her.
Yeah.
Because they had a sort of a mentorship connection. Yeah, and that her shirt, her Rowdy Rousey or whatever shirt is very much styled off of
The Hot Rod shirt.
the old Hot Rod shirt. Yeah.
Ronda Rousey showed up. I didn't expect that.
I was surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. So turns out Ronda Rousey was lying to TMZ. Good for you. Good for you, Ronda Rousey.
Keep it kayfabe, Ronda.
Yeah. Good for you.
Kayfabe isn't dead.
I mean, I'm just glad to see anyone lying to TMZ.
I've never really seen a lot of TMZ stuff, but
It's,
they're not great.
I don't know, anything that will stop them just randomly haranguing celebrities at airports,
Ugh.
as far as I'm concerned. So she was legitimately in Colombia filming a movie.
Yeah, she flew up. Apparently,
They snuck her in.
during filming, she's been flying to the performance center at night and training.
Holy hell.
Yeah. In secret.
So-
Secret training sessions.
So she comes down to the ring wearing one of Roddy Piper's leather jackets, and she gets in the ring and points the WrestleMania sign. They're like,
She
points
does
the sign.
this a lot.
And my favorite part of this whole thing, extends a hand to shake Asuka's hand, and Asuka just slaps it away.
It was awesome. It's like,
Because
fuck
it's
yeah.
like, because in Asuka's mind, it's who the hell are you?
Yeah. Do you agree with this whole, like, she stole Asuka's moment thing? You gotta look at the way I look at it. You gotta look at it through the WWE's eyes.
Yeah.
And they have this big star, like
Yeah.
Ronda Rousey. You have this
Yeah.
big event that's the Women's Royal Rumble. And like, how do you get more eyes on the product? Ronda Rousey.
Yeah. So
It makes sense to why they did it at that time.
yeah, there's a lot of nuance there, I think. Like, I don't think Ronda Rousey coming out at the end necessarily lessened Asuka's moment.
Not to me. I mean,
When the WWE Twitter account the next day was like, check out the moment everyone's talking about, and it was all about Ronda Rousey because they're trying to get those clicks. That was like, and also there was a Rumble.
Yeah.
You know, it was like Nia Jax like retweeted that, being like, yeah, 30 women made history, but Ronda Rousey, I guess.
Yeah.
You know, so you know. No, I didn't actually have a huge problem with this, specifically because I just love that moment of Asuka slapping her
hand was so
slapping her hand
awesome.
away. Because, it's like, why should Asuka give a shit?
Exactly.
Why should she care who you are and why are you here? She's just won a trip to WrestleMania to challenge either of the other champions, and you are not part of this.
Yeah.
Right? That was great.
Plus, Asuka's gonna kill you.
Rousey shook Steph's hand and, like, they exchanged a sort of a heated glance.
A terse moment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she got back in the ring and pointed at the sign again and left. So we don't actually know. We don't know who Asuka's challenging at Mania, and we don't know how Rousey fits into that equation. So those are the questions going forward as we
The things we do know is
Royal
that
Rumble.
Ronda is signed full-time.
Yeah.
She's not a part-time employee. She's not a Brock Lesnar. She's signed. She's going to do house shows and everything else eventually, I think. That's cool of her. Yeah, I'm interested to see where it goes.
Yeah. The Women's Rumble, by the way, if a direct comparison must be made, I don't think it was as good as the Men's Rumble match. But as I said, the Men's Rumble was one of the best Men's Rumbles in years.
Yeah.
The women's match was terrific.
It was awesome.
I thought it was really,
liked
really
the
good.
Women's Rumble too.
Like, I suppose it's a valid complaint that there was a lot of nostalgia aspects to it. But the thing is, it's not just that they needed to fill the roster just because they didn't have enough women, but also this was a chance to sort of to make good on some things, you know, to be like, hey, you huge women stars from previous years, you know, you never got a fair shake.
Yeah.
You never got to do this.
You
So
never to actually wrestle.
let's actually, you know, let's get you in on this. And like I thought actually it was a terrific mix of pushing new stars and nostalgia, and I didn't.
It was a good mix.
Yeah, I didn't feel like Bailey didn't do anything exciting, right? I didn't feel like it was taken over by either aspect.
Yeah.
You couldn't, again, ignoring the fact that you simply needed numbers. I don't think you could have done the first Women's Rumble without almost exactly this critical mass of returns.
Yeah.
I feel bad for Alicia Fox because she got injured like earlier that day.
Yeah, they were like practicing for the Royal Rumble and she broke her tailbone.
Yeah. So that sucks.
That's super sad.
I'm really curious who got, probably Kairi Sane.
I think it was Kairi Sane, yeah.
Would it got brought in? Because like she was doing her elbow drop like as someone was entering and it looked really mistimed. So I assumed she was the last minute addition. But anyway, so that sucks for Alicia Fox. And I hope that she can get in the Rumble next year. But yeah,
we won next year. Hell yeah.
Again,
we're gonna get one every year.
The Royal Rumble match is just such a good match for all the reasons that we talked about before. That you have like this amazing roller coaster of emotions. You have opportunity for storytelling and narrative flow and comedy bits and serious bits and all that. And so just there being two of them was great on its own. And yeah, the women's match was terrific.
Maybe they're having an elimination chamber this month.
Yep.
And right now it's Cena, Reigns, Elias, Strowman, Miz. And then there's a four-way next week for the last chance qualifier between Balor, Apollo Crews, Matt Hardy, and there's a fourth person.
So Balor?
Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean.
It's not going to be Apollo Crews.
Oh, Bray Wyatt? Yeah, Bray Wyatt's the fourth one.
Oh, okay. So him and Matt Hardy will eliminate them. They'll deal with each other.
guess so,
Yeah, okay. Well,
It's going to be Apollo Crews.
Finn Balor. That
Apollo
would
Crews is going to go to WrestleMania to
would be
fight Brock
funny.
Lesnar.
There's also going to be
gonna smile
there's also going to be, because why the hell not? There's going to be a women's elimination chamber match.
Yep.
Which is the only one. If I was one of the women's wrestlers, it's the only one that I'd be like, you know, we don't need to do everything. We don't need to do everything. We don't need to do everything the men do. Apparently, the elimination chamber match apparently just sucks. Like apparently, it's just brutal on the wrestlers.
Yeah.
So I am kidding. But you know, if I was like in the women's division, I'd be like, you know, maybe the women don't have to do the chamber. Maybe we don't have to.
Yeah.
You
There
know?
was
maybe I can dodge this one.
a great promo by Alexa Bliss on Raw this week because she's defending in the chamber. Whereas,
she's in it?
Yeah, she's
Ooh.
in it, and the men are just going after it. Brock Lesnar's on
Right,
it, and she
right.
brought that up.
Yeah.
She's like, so do you value, like with her and Kurt in the ring?
Yeah.
He's like, do you value Brock more than me? Like, I'm here all the time. This is sexist. It was like, oh shit! It was awesome. It was a very good promo. Alexa's good on the mic anyway, but it was an awesome promo.
It's funny because it was a heel promo because she's trying to get out of being in the match, right? And she's like, this isn't because heels typically they get the title and they'll do anything to avoid having to defend it, right? And so she's just trying to not have to defend it at all. But it's
There's a nugget of truth.
yeah, exactly. It's like
Every good heel,
Hater's going to make some valid points now and again. So yeah, the Raw tag match was odd. The SmackDown tag match was not how I expected it to go. I would say odd.
Yeah.
The title matches were pretty good. The AJ Styles match was the better one.
The AJ Styles one was definitely a lot better, but I mean the Braun
The Rumble matches were
Rumble
so
matches
good.
were
This was
awesome.
a thoroughly entertaining pay-per-view. I was really,
The Rumble
really
matches alone made this a good pay-per-view.
Yeah, they always do.
I mean, the Rumble match
The Rumble
makes
match
or breaks this pay-per-view.
Yeah, and now there's two of them, or three if you care about who's going to be the next Colonel Sanders.
I'm so excited to see. Can we start doing predictions about who's going to be the Colonel next? Fuck yeah.
I just
Who's going to take out Ric Flair? You'll be the biggest heel. You'll be the heel of the century.
I hope KFC keeps sponsoring them.
Yeah.
But yeah, there you go.
Mick Foley's going to be.
We knew that'd be a
next
long one. It's the Rumble. It always
You
is.
heard it here first.
The next pay-per-view is Elimination Chamber.
Yeah, it's
so
like February 25th or something.
Okay. Oof. So anyway, that is going to do it for the Royal Rumble episode of Sidewalk Slam. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yes.
We're so glad to finally bring this information to your eyes and ears.
Yeah.
And until next time, I am Graham, and I'm on Twitter at Graham_LRR.
And I am Adam, and I'm on Twitter at WakeUpSuper. And as always,
this is brought to you by you and your kind support of our Patreon at patreon.com/LoadingReadyRun. Shoutouts to Ben for editing this one, because I know it's going to be a roughin'. Shoutouts and apologies, I guess.
yeah, there are some asides.
Yeah.
Especially in the middle there. You really derailed it with your boating issue.
Yeah, he doesn't have to look for footage. It's just me being mad about it.
If I rewatch this, which I probably won't, but there better be footage of boats, or I'll be real upset. And you're going to be editing the whole thing. He's going to get right to the end, and then I'm going to be like, there better be boats in this podcast. And then he's going to have to go back.
And he's never going to watch. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's probably right.
Thank you so much for watching and listening, and we will talk to you next time.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.